Uh-oh. Muted.
Good job. Yeah, that's all Sai's fault. Welcome to Dice Dames and Dudes. Hopefully you guys are doing better than we are. We've had a rough day. Oh my gosh, are you shushing me?
I am.
You motherfucker.
Loud. Hi. I like trains.
I like Lamp.
I love Lamp.
Oh no, continue. This is your show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Dice Dames and Dudes. Shae is on location here in the balmy, lovely, tropical
Armpit.
Satan's sack
You had it right
region.
with balmy. You should have just stopped there.
Balmy. It's so hot here.
Steam trains. Yes. So, how's your vacation so far, Shae?
Going to beat you, apparently.
I got you extra dinner.
That is true. I will give you that.
I'm also painted half gray right now.
That is all you.
Feel it says size. She's within reach. In like all
So-
caps, reach.
So is
Yeah?
she.
Well, I mean, at least you guys won't have to roll for PvP. You know.
No, it's just right here. I swear. Do it one more time. Don't.
Uh-oh.
All right, so Woodrow, let's just have you start with the.
Are you
recap
ready?
before I'm about to kill
Are
Sai.
you
Roll for stealth.
ready?
Did you just roll?
Going for PvP already, huh? Uh-oh.
What the fuck are you doing, Woodrow?
Right.
Is Woodrow?
Sorry,
Did you...
there was a something came up in the house really quick. Sorry, I didn't want there to be noise. So
A cat exploded.
yeah, basically.
Ooh.
Last time on Dice Dames and Dudes, the party woke up feeling strange after a long night's rest. Between Volsung's personalities growing dissonant and a very slight tingle in Dis's arm, the party couldn't pin down their feelings of unease. Venturing into the jungle, they came across the crash, finding an elven squad going over the rubble of Volsung's ship. The elven soldiers had 4 prisoners who managed to break out after the party handled most of the troopers. This battle brought the party and the 4 prisoners together, as well as a mysterious druid named Sue, one that seemed to know Volsung from somewhere else. The prisoners explained that they are rebels fighting the tyranny of the High Elven Authority. They talked about their situation over a magical dinner prepared by Sue, a dinner that would protect them somewhat from the dangers of the jungle beyond her grove. We come to, you guys have all been eating dinner for the past hour, have gone about talking. You hear Samina and Sue talking about the rebellion, and Samina questioning her why she doesn't fight for the rebellion anymore, and the fight is getting closer and closer to her, and Sue explains that she's searching for a way home, and this was never her fight anyway. Renaj is giddily working on his device, seemingly very busy. Bach and Teskin are working on some of his tech that was you saw get shoved into Teskin earlier. They're sort of going over the finer pieces of that. Dis and Brynn, you guys sit at the end of the table finishing your meal, and Volsung, I think you were in the hut with Sue last we left off.
Yeah, I just gotten the boon, and I had thanked her for her hospitality and all that she had done to help prepare us. And I had asked her to do a little divination reconnaissance, I guess, to see if she could locate any other pieces of my ship while we go and investigate the pull that this has to this temple.
Okay. Yeah, she just gladly have her cats go search the forest and see if she can find any more pieces of your ship.
And did I give her the sap to refine
Yes.
the potions yet? Okay.
And you were just gonna have her do that and make the potions out of it, right?
Yes, if I can get the directions for it or the recipe for it from her, ask her for that, so I can use it, so I can try to do it later as well. Should we be fortunate enough to come across any of that sap again.
Gotcha. And you do have that colony. You might be able to make more later in the future. That's taken care of. Dis and Brynn, is there anything you guys wanted to take care of while you're in this little spot of safety?
Shit, I don't even remember. I remember there was something that we said that we could take care of at the beginning of this week. Do you remember what that is, Shae? No.
No idea.
Yeah, couldn't have been that important.
There was investigating the pole deeper in the jungle, searching for the rest of Volsung's ship. Kirby had been kidnapped. I can't think of anything else that was in the jungle.
Kirby's body had been kidnapped.
Yeah, and
Kirby is a turducken right now.
Yes, technically that's true.
And it seems Gizmo was kidnapped because he's
missing.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'll go ahead and pop into the dimensional part of my ship that I have.
Okay.
Take a look in there.
You take the little square device out of your pack and you set it on the ground. Click the little button in. It sort of unravels and ravels itself up into a doorway, about a 10-foot space, 10 foot by 10 foot space, and you can see past this in the inside of your ship. And you can walk, basically, when you have it open like that, you can walk freely, come and go until you basically turn it off.
Okay.
It's just a little space. And only, I think, people you declare can see it. To everyone else who isn't invited, it's invisible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to sing an Alanis Morissette song to gain entry. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Yep.
Yes. That is 100% it.
You're
Gets to
not
singing.
allowed. You're uninvited.
Strike.
Hold on,
gonna-
is that
gonna
performance
walk
or
in.
persuasion?
Performance.
And
I roll a 1.
We heard.
damn.
Harsh.
Off to
Never
a good
kick-
start.
Never kicked the GM before. What are you doing, babe?
When you check the inside of
Oh,
your ship,
fuck.
though, everything
Yeah.
everything in that dimensional space seems to be there. It just clicked off and got stored into the data of your ship's hard drive. But
Gotcha.
when you pull it out and open it up, it seems to come online, and everything that was there is there, except what you guys had taken out of it, and Keggy, any sort of like organics.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay. Now nothing organic can be stored in there currently, so I can't introduce the ants to this part of my ship just yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they're still organic.
And Woodrow, didn't you say that lightning struck my bow? And it's now magically different?
No. The you're talking about when you're in the bay and he tried to shoot lightning at you?
No, I'm talking about the change you
Oh,
wanted
yeah,
to
yeah.
make to my bow.
Yeah. In a poof of digital corrupted code, it seemed to have changed itself and added a limit, a governor on your bow.
I just need to know where the up, down, down, left, right, BA.
Select start.
No, just start.
Oh, okay.
But when you're going over the inside of your ship and you start turning on like the emergency systems and stuff like that, you notice that there's corrupted files in the ship's log, and then you see those 3 files, and technically 4 because there's the item too.
Okay.
Those are all in there, and they're basically, it's a ticking time bomb. It's as soon as the ants get everything and the alien tech sort of writes itself, it's going to reset and start up, and then those will basically start running and counting down. So you'll have to decide what you want to do with one of the files first. Take one off of the startup, delete or open one of the other ones. Give me just what let me know what you come to, and you can also stall the startup, basically, sort of like
Okay.
setting it to remind you in 24 hours. You can sort of postpone it until you think of something, so you don't have to do that right this second.
Oh
Okay.
shit! You just reminded me of something I kept postponing that I was supposed to do before I left. Damn it!
Oh,
Solid.
well,
Boom.
I'm gonna roll the damage. Yep, cat. Yep.
It's okay.
Choo, 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 choo.
You go there. You go there.
Now, now Luke is
Sorry,
DMing.
everybody.
You're
That'd
good.
be awesome. You're connected.
And then you do also have the Staff of Healing that I believe Dis gave that to you. So that's, and you're the only one I think who can use it, because it has to be a bard, a cleric that can use it,
Okay.
or a druid.
Now, question: Does it cost me an action to like take the staff out of my bag of holding?
To drop your or to, yeah, it does. To take it out of the
Okay.
bag of holding. Yeah.
Okay.
Camera
Now,
rolled in that
can I
one.
just can I carry it and still use my my other
Yeah.
weapon?
Yeah. You basically will sling it over your back, sort of thing,
Okay. Then
or attach it to something on your back, like make a little sheath for it, something.
little sling for it.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
You're
Cool.
just gonna dual wield saber staves from now on.
This works for me. Works for me. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pull that out and sling it on my back just just in case. And all right, can I walk over to Gizmo's bench? Is there anything that shows what Gizmo was working on that I understand? What I'm looking at.
There's a clawed glove. It seems to be like black, very edgy armor that was in mid construction. There's some pieces of armor that seems to be tinkered with, like shield generator, kind of like partially made. It seems like he was upgrading either his suit of armor or making stuff for other people, but just little things. Didn't seem like there was anything major on his table.
No major project. Okay. I did mention to Brynn I was going to try to make ammo or figure out cartridges. Do I see anything even remotely close to that? Given what I know.
So with the like 3D printing, you actually have one of the blueprints that you need, which is the casing.
Okay.
You can make the primers, but you'll actually have to make them. You can't just
Okay.
3D print them because they're fine. And then you'll have to go collect a catalyst of some kind, and there's like notes that he has that like some things that might work, and you can try and decipher them if you want. Do you speak Gnomish?
I do speak Gnomish. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead. Give me a wisdom check, just your wisdom or your intelligence, whichever's higher.
Okay. I mean, my passive wisdom is 20. So.
Well, no, this is a wisdom check, so this is just
Wisdom
a D20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Okay. Wisdom. Where are you? Wisdom modifier. Okay. +2. So.
Or intelligence, if that's higher.
Be a 10 + 2, 12.
12? Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
The wisdom modifier is the one up at the top, right?
so the catalyst needs to be some sort of viscous fluid. You can get, it's not technically in a fluid state. It's like gelatinous in nature. There's different ways you can get it. You think a good testing substance might be that gelatinous pool you guys were at one point. You might be able to get a sample from that and do some testing.
Suddenly my skin tingles a little bit remembering falling into that shit. Okay.
Start searching your bags.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's some of this left in my
both your
pocket.
pockets full.
Right. Is there any of this left in my boots? What the fuck?
Check your ass crack.
Oh,
Thanks,
it's like
already
going,
did.
Going to the beach.
Right?
Do you have
Just
prestidigitation?
electric-
Me?
Yeah.
Let's see. Charm speed. No, I don't think I do.
Okay. Usually someone in the party has it, so everyone's clean. But in this case, showers will be needed. Or baths.
Okay. So normally everybody
I'm
just
more of a bath
appears
guy.
clean. Got
Yeah.
it. Wait, do I have? Hey, I've got showers in this part of my ship, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Showers
And a
for
mess-
everybody.
And a mess hall. You guys have meals that can be prepared. Yeah, that's basically the Magnificent Mansion spell. So
Awesome.
all gravy.
All right. Go ahead and can I download the notes to my bracer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Woodrow, you can't see our emails that we use with D&D Beyond, right?
What? No, I don't think so.
Ooh.
I don't look if.
No, the point is that we're trying to figure out which one Shae used.
Literally,
Oh,
all
gotcha.
4 of my emails it says don't exist.
Uh-oh.
Weird.
Did you try YT?
No, I tried 4 emails, but I didn't try that 4th email. I tried 3 emails, but one of them twice.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Did you try signing it with Google? I mean, that's how I did it.
That's what she's doing.
Son of a bitch.
Did you?
Technology's great when it works.
What? What?
Did I what?
I was gonna make a joke, but never mind.
Yeah, it's probably.
Gonna say, did you try turning it off and back?
On back again.
It. Just like bap.
Whack. Yep.
Shit. Tough crowd.
Just gonna get punched.
And then
That's-
your cat is actually here as well. I can't remember her name or its name. I don't remember if it's boy or girl.
Zisha. Zisha. The behind the door.
Yeah, so you can actually interact with that. I'm gonna give you a stat block right now in your extras. It's like a shadow links or something that you can use for the stats.
Okay.
Where can you see those?
The pets and stuff that I added to your
Yeah.
sheets in the extras, the very far last tab.
Ow!
The very
Cool.
far
There's
left.
Keggy.
Boom, and then yeah, Nick's born
Oh,
links,
got it.
and then you have I put the ship in there for you too. Dis, your starship is in there.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yep. Yep. I've been
I'm
a
gonna-
busy little bee.
I'm gonna call it a
Definitely.
Gunstar.
You can't sell it. It's worth a lot of money.
No, I have to use it to fight against Zor and the Kodan Armada.
Mm-hmm.
Doot. So yeah, that's the stat for that. You've got your blessings, your magical heroes feast, all your boons. Oh yeah, and Dis and Kronos. Remember when I make attacks against you to remind me about the disadvantage you guys both have? I'll try to remember on my own, but just in
You
case I
mean
forget.
they have against us?
Well, they have against you. Yeah.
yeah.
Volsung has advantage on like everything, or Kronos,
Yeah.
I should say.
Yeah, I only have advantage when I blink my eye.
And then immune to poison, fear, wisdom saving throw advantage, and then you guys have the extra health is already on your sheets. So yeah, that's all
Mhm.
taken care of. Hell yeah.
Yeah, because I got foresight, right?
Yep.
Extra boon that I got. Okay.
I'm sure glad that I, swiped makeup directly across my eye socket before we started this.
Ouch.
Twice.
Sounds like it was probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Pretty gray.
At least it's a pretty gray.
Could be an ugly gray.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
It's angry gray.
I'm sure it is.
Right.
I poke my head out and I'm like, "Hey, Brynn. I don't know if you guys want to freshen up. You can
Yes.
check out your quarters in here before we start marching off into the hot, sweaty jungle."
Wait, we're going to Florida?
We're already there.
Damn it.
Well, yes, we're going deeper into this hot, sweaty jungle. It's going to be a blast. Trust me, this is not the most humid place I've been.
We're going deeper, and it's moist.
No.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Candy Mountain.
Yeah, I definitely am gonna go take a shower.
Yeah. Yeah.
No
mean, is
one's
there
gonna
go-
pay though.
God damn it.
Yep. This one's got to be for free. Sorry.
Just go, good God, just go get clean.
You can't.
This could be a long fight.
Jeez.
And then, let's see. The tingle you still have, Dis. That doesn't seem to go away with the short rest that you guys took. The pull has gotten pretty strong since you moved into Sue's Grove to have the dinner. Strong sense of danger, familiarity, and you definitely get the sense that it's calling for help. It's whatever the call is. It needs help with something, but it also wants to show you something. It's also part cat.
Apparently. I like how Kirby now has 18 hit points, so he could survive the thing in the neck, so we could all communicate.
It's a good call.
Tough ass raven.
What the hell is that?
Well, I mean, they're tough birds to begin with.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sounds awesome. So, shit. What's Kirby doing? What's my bird doing?
Yeah, you sent him to go scope. He came back and told you what he had seen, which was giant vines that basically almost cover a temple to the point where you can't really see it's a temple underneath. But that was like the only real clearing when he was going over the canopy. Everything else was under deep jungle. So
Okay.
well, he knows a path to get there, but he flew up top. So
I'm gonna use the 10-foot stripper pole to fashion a back scrub for Brynn.
Not that tall. I'm only 6'7".
You're a Goliath.
yeah, 6'7" is small for a Goliath.
She's still growing. She's
What
just a baby.
did you say? Dwarf Goliath?
Midget.
Midget Goliath, that's what it was.
Let's see, got that out of the way. And then Dis, I think you asked about poisons, or you wanted to ask about poisons before you left. So the poisons that she has, she actually has some drow poisons.
What a coincidence! I have drow poison too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think in this it just puts people to sleep for the most part. And then there's assassin's blood, which is an ingested one, so you'd have to get someone to drink it. She has an inhaled one, which you'd have to burn it to get people to inhale it. And then essence of ether. No, that's where is it? Injury. There we go. Serpent venom, and yeah, so that's it. So serpent venom is going to be like a one you can actually put on your blades. Essence of ether is inhaled.
Is it like a? I'm sorry. Did you say it was like a knockout gas kind of thing?
It actually, the essence of ether, I think, poisons people for 8 hours, and then knocks them unconscious. Yeah.
After the 8 hours.
Are
So
they
like for 8
unconscious
hours
for
they're just being poisoned and then they pass out.
It wakes up if it takes damage or if another creature takes an action to wake it, but otherwise, yeah, it's unconscious for 8 hours if it.
Oh,
fails
okay.
to
So at
save.
the beginning. Okay.
Yeah, it was the order that you said it in. It was like, so it gets poisoned, and then 8 hours later it falls asleep.
Oh yeah,
It's
not
like-
bad.
It's a weird poison.
Slow acting
very
poison.
very slow acting. Yeah.
Is that
You should
More of a
feel like
disease.
ass for a long time.
is that like Jaeger?
It's like drinking phosphorus.
How much?
So for the serpent venom, it's actually pretty cheap. She'd be willing to part with that for just a couple silver. If you want the essence of ether, that one's a bit more expensive, so it's 1 gold per use. And then the other one was ingested, which was assassin's blood. That one does poisons it for 12 hours. Let's see, takes, and they take 1d12 damage. So it just makes them very sick for a while. And that one is one silver per use.
How about? Does she have at least 10 of each of these?
Yeah.
Okay. How about I just buy 10 of each? And she has no deadly poisons?
1 gold.
Not for
Oh,
you.
let's see. The one that she has is a wyvern poison, but that's going to be very, very expensive.
It's like 3 gold.
No, it's like 60 gold per use.
Damn. That's a
Yeah.
potent poison then. Gotta be.
And she's only got 3 of them.
Oh, okay. Then I should only buy 3 of those.
Okay, so 60,
That'd
180,
be 180, yeah.
180. Yep. And
Don't
then plus
you
10
have
is
a
190.
don't you have a basically a
193.
matter replication thing on your ship, Volsung?
It's not it doesn't replicate.
Yeah.
He's got a food
not quite.
generator,
Yeah.
and he can make. He has a thing that generates work tools.
Yeah.
It doesn't just generate objects.
You know, I seem to have forgotten my golden anvil. Could you what's never mind.
So it's going to be 193 for the 10 of all the other 3, and then the 3 of the wyvern.
All right, so
3, 10, 10, and 10.
193. Remove. Okay.
Barely touching into what you got, like 1,000 gold or some shit.
No, I still have 644 after that.
Oh, okay.
Where do we
That's
even
not bad.
see our gold?
Inventory.
And it's in
Right, it's up at the
upper
top.
Oh. My gold did not get transferred over from the last game.
Are you
right. Mine did. I
Yeah,
made sure of it.
definitely want to do that.
Let's see. I will find my old sheet.
I think we had. I know I didn't have much. I never got any gold.
No, I took all yours. And most of Volsung's.
Pretty sure I had like 60 gold the whole game. Yeah, I know,
I
Cat.
had any.
Honestly, I collected it for Brynn and I. So I will never spend more than half. And I think I actually spent most of our gold on armor for you, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now I just gave you more free armor. That's so awesome.
And are you adding the poisons onto your sheet disc? Did you? Or I can probably do that real quick.
In no way whatsoever, because I
Okay.
don't have the stats.
Let's see.
The categories.
Poison?
Clearly.
Yeah, you're good.
Circle gets the score.
Boom. I'm gonna add these into your bag of holding.
That's fine. And whatever the most vicious. Well, I have drow poison of injury. Is that going to be more? Is that going to be a worse poison for a weapon?
All right, there we go.
I guess.
So that's just if that's non-lethal poison. Drow poison, I think, puts people to sleep because they take prisoners. I believe.
I'm a Klingon drow, so I don't take.
Then you'll want the wyvern poison.
DC 13, con, be poisoned for an hour, 5 or more, unconscious.
Serpent.
A creature that takes piercing or slashing, blah, blah, blah. It really doesn't talk about any damage it does, so. I'll just use whatever weapon type poison I'm getting. But point is, I'm applying it to my 2 weapons. Well, my 1.1 weapons.
And then the other one was Assassin's Blood. That's what it was called. Boom. There you go. You have them all in your bag of holding now.
I object to the name Assassin's Blood just on principle.
Well, too bad.
All right. If that was all, then yeah, I can absolutely. Antoine, don't you have a site? Yeah, the one that's linked everywhere. Yeah, it's Farg's on it.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Only guards.
yes. I still need to make that shirt. I have to redo the logo.
Volsung, as you come out and sort of are getting ready to head out, you see that Renaj sitting at the table. He's sort of put his device down and he's like flicking a tiny piece of gold around his fingers. Kind of like a coin at a casino. And you get the sense that he's happy with the information you gave him in the last session.
So, how's it going over there, bub?
Oh, good. Very
Yeah.
good.
That was such a poker voice.
Wow, you're really bad at this, aren't you? How'd it work out with the mine?
Good. Yeah. Definitely glad you told me about that a little bit of gold that was over there. Very small mine.
Kid, you got a lot to learn about this poker face thing. Good. So that means my ship will be just fine, right?
Oh yeah. No, I'm curious to see how we can get that thing flying without a gravity.
Yeah,
repulsor,
it's a fun little thing, man. I actually ripped it out of another ship where I was.
That doesn't
a while
surprise
back.
me.
Yeah. Yep. You know, tinkered around with it and finally got it working. Don't fully understand it, but it hasn't killed me yet. So, you know.
You fly in a ship you don't fully understand?
Yeah, man, that's half the fun. I pass through universes and realities I don't understand at all. So the ship, not understanding my ship,
He really just eats shrooms. Don't let him fool you.
That was a lot. I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna go back to this. And he sort of like goes back to the device, like trying to shake off the whole multiverse thing. When you say that, you see Bach looks up and is just sort of like looking at you, and he's got like this big grin on his face, but you get the sense he's not like trying to smile at you, but the fact that he's been right about his theories in the multiverse, he's just ecstatic right now. Ecstatic.
excellent.
Ecstatic. Yeah, but that's what they're doing. Samina seems to be off on her own. Sue has gone back into her hut. Where do you have your sort of ship set up, like your multi-dimensional thing set up in her hut, or is it just set up in her grove somewhere?
It's just set up in the grove.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they just set it. I was thinking kind of like off to the side, kind of out of the way.
Nice. Like in between two trees somewhere.
Something like that, yeah. You know, the whole like walk around a tree and disappear thing. That's kind of what I was thinking.
All right. So that's set up there. Notes. All right. Yeah. If there's nothing else you guys want to do before you head out, I think I'm ready to go.
You think you're right?
I got everything. I got everything set up. No, on my end. I'm just saying. Oh.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Okay. Oh. Does Luke's friend that he knows and doesn't know I've got some stuff on my character sheet that I haven't taken off that we technically used at one point, so I just want to find out if she has any like basic kind of supplies that we might be able to get from her. Like for instance, the 3 flasks of oil I used to have before we torched all those dark elves.
Oh yeah, all your basic stuff. When you go in, she sort of takes you into her hut, into the lower section, and you see the space opens up into like this big, expansive area. Sort of looks like a dragon's treasure hoard almost. And then she takes you to a section where there's like mundane stuff laid out. There's one table that's laid out with a bunch of stuff, and you can see it's like laid out to be shown almost. And it's definitely been used, but she takes you past that and into another section where there's sort of like a couple boxes and stuff. She takes out a chest and opens it and starts taking some things out. Basically, as you ask her to replace the stuff you have, she kind of gives you whatever you had from the previous adventuring gear, like the robe.
Cool.
And,
yeah, I just want to be
stuff.
honest about what's on my sheet, basically.
Yeah. Basically, she can replace anything like that. And she's like, yeah, I've been through a lot of adventures, and I tend to not throw things away, so... You can just take this stuff.
Also, if you happen to find any Commander's Power armor.
I'll keep the divination out for that as well.
Yeah. I
mean, don't spend too much on it. You know.
Spend a lot.
She looks at you and just shakes her head like, don't worry, I'm not going to spend any time.
Yes. Just like...
So remember when I gave you that armor? I'm thinking more like a timeshare.
Come get, bitch.
You're not a cat anymore. I can sneak up on you.
Well, if the temple doesn't get them, they will get each other.
That is true. All right. I'm ready to head out. It's fine.
All right.
And Woodrow, I think I pulled up the one that you were talking about. You were asking me.
I saw you pull it up earlier.
The one that's more of a diagram versus the picture.
Yeah, it's a little bigger too, and it's all like flats. Just because
Okay.
I just traced it and like colored it in real quick.
Yeah. Got it. Got it.
So you guys have a pretty good sense of the direction with the pull, the psychic pull that you're feeling, Dis, and with Kirby guiding you above the canopy, at least in the direction. You guys, pretty good chance of getting there. You have advantage on any survival checks that would be made. So if you guys all want to make checks with advantage for their survival checks, you guys can.
22.
Ooh.
I'm not going to bother re-rolling a nat 20.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20 as well.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that answers my question then.
What did I roll?
Frog G.
You
I
got-
love these dice, man.
Oh, wow.
Survival. No, it is a 1. So it's a 6 total.
So
It's with advantage though, so.
So doesn't that mean she rolls twice?
Yeah, it's a 13 plus 5 for the actual total, but the first dice that fell was a 1. It just made me laugh.
That's
it's an
why
18
it's the
total.
only banner we have of like this person rolls a something is Shae rolls a 1.
Tried and true.
That's
So
what my green-
with the lowest being an 18 and 2 natural 20s, you guys tend to make it through the jungle pretty fast. You make good time. The smell though starts to get pretty rancid as you make your way closer and closer to this pull that you're feeling.
The dinner was good,
Good.
but it gave me gas. I'm sorry.
It's a pretty rancid smell.
Stick
Rotting
that wind
vegetation is mostly what you get. This thick rotting vegetation. Then all of a sudden you get the sense of decomposition that mixes in with the rotting vegetation. You guys get gleams of eyes above you like you have before. They're sort of just watching, and you can't get super detailed glimpses of them because they're so high up. But with your guys' passive perceptions being 20, you do get the shapes. These are like the similar to what you saw when you first landed here. They're just kind of like little reptilian kind of monkeys. And eventually you get to a spot where one sort of stumbles out on the road and just like looks up at you and watches. And when you start to approach it, how close do you guys want to get to it? We'll say. And it's sort of like a baboon-sized primate that sort of stumbled out in your guys' path. You could clearly go around it. It's not like you're on a road. You're just walking sort of through the jungle.
How close do I want to get to the weird lizard monkey that has 7,000 friends above us? Me personally, I'm gonna go with not. And since I'm scouting in the front, I'm going to edge around, and it's up to them, I guess, what they want to do.
Yeah, I'm not getting near that.
Yeah. So, good.
You know what? I'm gonna stand 15 feet away, and cast Speak with Animals, and I'm going to try to figure out why he's stumbling.
As soon as you start speaking, it doesn't seem to have any clue. It doesn't even seem to sense you're there. And you said you got how close to it?
15 feet.
Okay, so as soon as you get to, I think it's about in that 15-foot space, you start to cast a spell. It turns at you before you cast the spell, like it notices you, and you can see that it's a monkey, but part of its skull is missing, and there's sort of a red flower blooming out of the top of its skull, and the flower is sort of like bioluminescent in spots. It's sort of around the trims of the petals. It's sort of got this flickering light. It's pretty brilliant. The color is almost hard to explain. There's almost no color to it. It's just a brilliant light. And it's just a dim glow, and it doesn't seem to react to your words, but it's sort of just looking at you, seems to be observing. And Dis is sort of cut around, and so is Brynn, and Volsung sort of kept going straight as you guys cut around, and it's just sort of like staring down at this thing as it's sort of like looking up at him.
I mean, I want to say I leave him for dead, but I mean that.
I'm gonna make sure I stay, out of arm's reach of this thing. And so it doesn't have any kind of response other than just staring at me.
No, as soon as you get within 15 feet, it seems to notice you, but your spell has no effect in terms of communicating with it. It's just a deadpan stare looking at you, and the body could be alive. You'd need a medicine check to tell if the body is actually dead or alive, but the fact that there's a flower growing out of its head doesn't seem to bode well for the body.
That seems a lot like the spore that infects ants.
Cordyceps.
And forces them to climb up on the tallest branch they can, and then it sprouts from their head, and it's which basically means it's dead.
Yeah.
And don't go near it.
Yeah.
Or breathe anything in its vicinity.
Do we have napalm?
I know you just got oil flasks. And you were told that this plant, at least Kronos, you were told that these plants are resilient because whatever plant is in this forest that she was scared of, and she's a druid, it was gorging itself on blood, on an unlimited supply of blood, and has become its innate magical abilities have become sort of emboldened, and it's resistant to natural attacks, so like lightning, fire, cold, that sort of elemental attacks it's sort of resistant against.
Hi, Nita.
All right, I'm gonna back away from this thing and rejoin Dis and Brynn. Yeah.
As you do that, it sort of hops up in the tree and kind of follows you along, but then it sort of stops and joins the pack above, and you guys sort of just continue on through the jungle. Every now and then you'll see another form of life that has a similar circumstance, and if you come within 15 to 30 feet of it, depending on how big the animal is, every now and then it sort of look up if you happen to come across something that close, but otherwise they basically ignore you. They don't even know you're there.
I really wish we were going to this temple in the Starfighter. just saying.
I gave you the opportunity to learn. But yeah, you continue through the forest, and you guys travel for about an hour and 20 minutes, somewhere in there, when Dis, the pull sort of goes away. It's almost completely gone. You still kind of know the direction where it was, but that feeling is completely gone. When you see sort of in one of the trees, there's like an elven face, this sort of ethereal elven face looking at you. It sort of fades back into the tree for a moment, and you kind of wait to see if it comes back out, and nothing really happens.
Is this like an actual person or like one of the totems carved in the tree kind of thing?
No, it looked like an ethereal face, like a human-sized or a humanoid-sized face that was sort of glided back into the tree. It was, it seemed translucent.
Sorry, someone's taking over my shit for a second.
No worries. Volsung, you would actually, with your passive perception as well, you notice a different one. It's sort of this ethereal form, translucent. It's sort of got this purple glow. The one that Dis saw was also purple, purple-ish. And it's sort of got one hand on the tree, and it's poking its face out on the other side.
Did you see the elf ghost thing tree thing?
Yeah, I was just about to ask. I'm saying this through our telenet.
Telnet? No, that's horrible.
And Brynn, you don't see anything.
I think you're crazy.
I send an image out to both of them, and you guys did pick up on the plant growing out of the missing section of the monkey lizard thing's head.
I think we should burn this entire forest to the ground and then nuke it from orbit.
Well, I mean, nuking it from orbit might be the only thing that we can do. There was a reason why Cesaria was not looking forward to going into this jungle and why she stayed away from it.
I think we should hurry. I think we should kill everything that we see and get the fuck out of here.
I think everything that we've seen is already dead. Killing it again is just going to waste energy.
We need to kill it
I think we
harder.
need to find the source, and we need to kill that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And then kill the rest.
Oh my gosh.
If they're still standing afterwards, sure.
Shit. Gonna need more ammo.
But we are being followed and we are being watched. So be on the lookout.
I don't like being watched.
Yeah,
not without changing hands.
Not unless you're getting paid for it,
right? That's exactly what I just said.
The feeling that you had before that was warning of danger, you sort of get a new feeling, a sort of telepathic, psychic imprint, empathic imprint, and it's welcoming, and it's sort of calling out and wants you to see something, and you can look back to that spot and you see, instead of just poking out of the tree, there's a purple elven woman standing there. She seems it seems to be drow, but it's kind of hard to tell because it's so ethereal. And just seems like an elf, and she's sort of standing there, and she moves her hand for you to come towards her, but actually Volsung and Brynn don't see it. It's just this.
I extend my middle finger. in the thieves' can't shorthand for fuck and no. If this person is an elf, then they can speak Elven, or get the fuck out. And if they're a drow, then they can speak to me in that. And if they're a rogue, they can speak to me in that. But I'm not just gonna wander over to some purple. I'm saying all this aloud. I'm not just gonna wander over to some strange purple tree lady because she looks like a fucking elf.
Hey,
So you're sort of signing. Oh, good.
I was gonna say, Volsung, I'm a little worried about Dis. I think the heat might be getting to them.
There's a lot of crazy shit going on. I wouldn't be surprised if our drow friend is seeing things that we are not. But I mean, I share your concern. I mean, they could be going crazy. I mean, that's equally likely. Again,
I can still hear you.
Give me a charisma saving throw, Volsung.
All right, let's see.
I would not trust my
12.
mother in these woods.
A 12.
Yeah.
So
That's with my
you get,
plus 5, 7 plus 5.
You get this strange psychic image of the temple, a temple in the jungle. It's sort of like a Aztec kind of looking ziggurat, but it's got all these giant vines sort of surrounding it, and you can see ships flying overhead really, really low and fast, like humming the jungle really loud in these sort of booms. And as it does that, you can see the vines almost like reflexively tighten like they did around your hard drive, and it seems to crush and break the foundation of the temple. It sort of cracks, and you can see as it sort of zooms out, there's a bunch of sort of purple spectral figures of drow sort of standing out around in the grounds in front of the ziggurat. As you're sort of that mental image sort of zaps out of your mind, it's sort of like a zooming out. You see that the temple, the ships go over, the vines sort of start to stress and flex and crack the walls, and it sort of, as you pull out, you can see a bunch of the purple elves around the temple, and it sort of snaps back. Dis, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw as well.
23.
23. So same vision, but with a little more detail. Yours sort of starts in this central darkness, area of darkness. You can hear a little like dripping, water dripping, and then you can, as it your vision zooms out, you can see that it's not water dripping. There's blood dripping down, and vines sort of coming out of this blood pool along the walls. And all the walls in this area are nested with vines. It's very grotesque, almost looking an alien. There's sort of this big flower pod that's shut that hangs over the pool of blood, and you can see that the damage on the inside of this temple from this plant is very severe. The calling you were getting before, you see, is directly connected to that. Whatever is calling you is afraid that this thing is going to destroy this temple, and there's something here that needs to get out to the right people, and you get a sense that it's a drow temple, and there's no one else to give it to.
Yeah, if I'm the last fucking one. Okay, I'm gonna relay this shit, and this had better not be a goddamn temple to Lolth. That's all I'm saying.
And I relayed
I'm
the
just leaving.
When do you actually think that? Do you think that name in your head?
Sure.
Or is okay. When you do that, the calling turns to anguish, untrust for a moment, not towards you, but towards that name. And then the thought fades and the feeling fades.
I'm going to test this. Zinzarina.
There's almost... When it comes to the gods, there's almost a indifference, or at least that god, there's an indifference. But to Lolth, there was a severe hatred.
Hey, that's good enough for me.
And when you think about drow, you catch back onto that feeling of that you had before, the very first feeling you had of calling of home, of feeling like of help. You get a sense that this temple isn't religious in that sense of religion.
Yeah, I mean it's probably obvious to everyone. It's a drow temple. Whatever it is subverting it. There's kind of only one drow left around.
I don't know who that would be.
I don't know, drow armor lady. Who could it possibly? So yeah, I guess I'm in on doing this. You guys.
It seems like you're the only one that can. So. And I relay all the stuff that I saw. So.
I'm about to sneeze, so we're muting.
Yeah.
What?
Dis got the same stuff you saw too, but with a little bit more detail.
Okay, gotcha. So it seems attacking these vines is going to make them constrict and possibly
Pop the pod.
speed up the demise.
Is there a way that we can poison them? maybe get to the root.
You
Do you have the? Do you have the thing that I gave you? Did you add that to your sheet?
The wing?
The stick.
Yes.
The stick.
Yes, that is true. Yes. I have the totem of desiccation.
The stick. Yes, I added the stick.
the stick of destiny.
The stick of truth. We're going south.
Yes.
Wow.
No,
Well-
Yoda sung about his stick. It's the stick.
His stick is better than bacon.
Sorry, I
Having
did
had a
say
lot of
it
bacon this
could
morning,
help.
I disagree.
So
We're gonna use it. Fuck it. Let's go. By the way, stop approaching fucking monkey lizards with no brain.
well, I didn't realize it didn't have half its head until it turned to look at me. Listen, the last time we ended up talking to something, we got that awesome sap. So, just saying,
I mean,
that worked out in our favor, didn't it?
I mean, I'm sorry. Brainless fucking monkey lizards are a little bit more spooky than, a few ants.
Mm-hmm. Again, didn't know it was brainless, but
Froggy, have a safe trip and enjoy work.
Later,
Thanks
Frog
for
G.
stopping by.
take it easy, Frog G. Good to see you.
So onwards and downwards.
All right. You sort of, as you guys start to move through and continue on the path, or the path that you're forging for yourselves through the jungle, more and more of those spectral forms of the elves sort of pop out, and you can get a sense now that you're seeing more and more of them. They're actually not just drow. There's some wild elves here in the mix, so it's basically drow and wild elves, and every now and then you'll see like a high elf, but they're actually pretty hard to differentiate between like to unelven eyes. So like Volsung it'd be hard to tell, and Brynn would be hard to tell, but Dish you can see the differences.
Okay. If
They're
I
all-
see another drow, I might talk to it. I'm not gonna go hug the tree or something though. Fuck that.
So you'll
touch with your roots.
Oh Jesus Christ!
one you come around sort of this little bend in the trees, and around there is sort of a couple elves sitting there, and one of them is a drow, and as you get like this close to one, you get the sense that they're undead spectral forms, and they can't really communicate other than empathic means, basically.
I see.
Um,
Did they seem happy, sad, distraught?
They seem happy in terms of like contentment, and they're all sort of watching you guys move, and they seem to be watching Dis more than the other two of the party.
Of course.
Then you get to a spot where you can see that the light is sort of shining down, and that there's a spot in the jungle where it opens up, and then it would be the map that you have. You guys come out to sort of a spot where you can see the stone of the temple and the ziggurat sort of poking out underneath the vines and the trees of the jungle. And you guys would come to in that sort of bottom right area. And you see the trees that are there. The smell here is very thick of that vegetation and corpse smell. You get the sense that if you didn't have that meal with Sue, that just the stench alone would be choking you and poisoning you. It's very thick. You can see that the trees, the leaves are sort of turning black and purple and almost inky and sort of dripping or falling down off the trees and kind of pooling in spots. The vines don't seem to have any discoloration, but everything that they're leeching onto and touching seems to. The vines are actually pretty bright green, and it seems to be healthy with these budding red flowers like the size of about a human on them all over the area. And yes, you can see that the temple door is got vines sort of growing over it. I didn't really draw them just so you could see that the door was there, but it's basically covered in vines with a couple flowers budding on it. And the rest of the temple is like 200 feet up into the sky, and it's sort of got different sections, but it's kind of hard to see. It's just a nest of thick vines like that are the size of like redwood tree trunks and stuff like that, sort of constricting it and going in through the stone. And you can see it's done a lot of damage. And I've already got
Holy
If you-
shit. It's like some abandoned properties I've had to go mow at. Holy fuck. Yeah. Too bad I don't have my too bad I don't have my landscaping tools. Oh wait.
So is all of this, are these like the vines that were overhead before? Or are these like...
These are actually very similar. It seems like it's probably actually a very similar breed, but this one has gone completely out of control and haywire.
So are they hanging overhead or are they below us?
They're attached to the ground and they're thick.
Okay.
You'd have to like step over them. So like walking over them would be difficult terrain. 'Cause it's like walking over like a dead tree.
Interesting.
So yeah, basically, I know you guys don't want to just walk through them, so let me know how you want to
No.
navigate this, like what spells and stuff you're using, and how you want to get through.
Well, let's see.
Ooh, and if you want to get it out of the way now, we can go ahead and just get initiative done, so we can start going in rounds as soon as it pops off, since we got a little moment.
Does my Become Shadow count as a charge on the armor, or is that for the purpose of
The only thing that uses charges is that Become Shadow now. The other two things don't take charges. So blur, if you look at the thing, the way the blur works is it's always on, but when you get hit, it turns off. And then for it to turn back on, it's like a recharge ability. So when it goes back to your turn, you basically roll a d6, and if you get a 5 or a 6, the blur effect comes back. And then
The
outside of
blur-
combat, it just...
the blur
Yeah.
isn't even on there anymore?
Let me see. Well, it's called something. I renamed it to be more thematic.
Oh.
It's
Renamed it so it would fit you better.
Oh,
More
okay. So the
dramatic.
shadow armor.
yeah,
recharge
shadow
5,
armor
6.
is yeah, that's basically blur.
Okay.
Because you said you didn't want it to be like a illusionary thing. You wanted it to be more shadow, so I got edgy and named it
Nice.
Edgelord Engage.
So that does not take a charge?
No, the shadow armor is just always, it's a passive ability. The recharge is only when you get hit, because the way blur works is when you get hit, or if you get incapacitated or restrained or something like that, the effect stops. So then when it goes back to your turn, at the start you'll just roll a d6, and if it's a 5 or a 6, it comes back on. And then outside of combat, it just comes back on automatically. That's for inside initiative rounds.
All right. And Shadow Step
And then-
does not take a charge.
Nope, you can just do that. And then Become Shadow takes a charge, because it's basically casting Dimension Door, so it's a pretty high level spell.
I think Luke should just... Bless you.
Sorry. It's really hard when you can't mute.
Don't do that. Just sneeze, just let it out.
Volsung's Dimension Door would allow us all to go, would it not?
No, Dimension Door just takes one person. Gate, I think,
Sucks.
or Arcane Gate is what does multiple people, or travel through plants, or teleport.
Yeah, I mean, I have teleport, but that's getting dodgy when it's not someplace I've seen before.
Well, we can see it, can't we? The door?
And that's a high level spell too.
Yeah,
it's a 7th
that's
level
like
spell
that's
for
all 10 charges.
150.
We're not doing that. Yeah, no.
So what about fire?
You guys can't you
Fire.
with Become
I like
Shadow, I
fire.
think you can.
I can take one person, but it's gonna
Yeah.
still take. It's gonna one to go, and then I could Shadow Step back, however many it takes. And then
Well, I mean,
Misty Step.
Volsung's got Dimension Door, so he can Dimension Door himself. I'm saying is what I'm saying. Like you guys can both use one use of it, and all three of you can make it there. Just if you're trying to get right
It's
to the door.
green.
what do you mean? Who's the green?
Is that Kirby?
Purple's you, red's me.
Yellow's
Yellow.
Volsung.
Yeah.
Kirby.
Green is your familiar.
Because
Kirby the
you
Raven.
have blue hair, so it would show up best against a yellow glow.
That wasn't the. Who the fuck is the green? Is
Kirby.
So you're familiar.
Yeah, he can fly there on his fucking own.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just making sure I fucking know what the stupid. Gosh, you're such a dick.
All right.
Nope, I don't care anymore. It's fine.
Well, I was gonna take Brynn. Wow. I take Brynn against her will.
Has to be a willing creature. Sorry. No.
The rules do not say that, sir.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it actually does. You can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller with you who's carrying it. But
I'll be willing.
I roofie her and
consent.
And I become
let's
willing
see.
all of a sudden.
yeah.
I don't think roofies work like
Charm person.
that. A charmed person. I do like that you made us little icons, though.
I'm
What is
trying
this
to make this slightly easier.
4 charges next to. Is that how many I have of something?
If it's charges, that's how many charges you have. Even if it has abilities, abilities might use more than one charge depending on what you're using. I don't know what you're looking at.
Like my Dimension Door, it says cast 4 charges.
And that's from your sentient cord, I believe.
Yeah, that's because
Yeah. So yeah, Dimension Door would cost 4 charges.
Okay.
That's a lot of
Yeah,
charges.
okay, that the charges, got it right up there.
Is this like a drive-through speaker? This flower right here? It kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
I'd like to place.
Welcome to the Blood Temple. What can I get for you today?
Yes, I'd like 1 flowering pod to go.
Right, the lightning bolt. That's right. Okay. Yeah.
So, as you sort of all Dimension Door and Shadow Step into magic sort of takes you here, Dis and Brynn appear out of a poof of smoke, a shadow. And Volsung, sort of a magical arcane door, sort of slides open and he steps out and then it shuts behind him.
I'm sorry, hold on. Dimension door is a sliding glass door.
Oh, sliding arcane door is how I see it, yeah. Like a wall of force that shimmers.
He just like walks through and he's like, if you could close that.
Remember in Quantum
And it makes
Leap,
the Star Trek.
when
Yeah.
Al steps out of the hologram
Yep.
chamber, there's just this bright glowing door that just
Basically that. Basically exactly that. So go ahead and we'll get initiative just to get it out of the way real quick. And then I will describe what happens as you poof.
I got a 4 rolling.
Shae got a 4,000.
It's over.
16.
Oh, 17.
16?
Yeah.
I got a 27.
Oh, because it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I don't think I have.
I'm
I think I
about
have
to
a
check for
4.
you, babe.
All right. This is thematic then.
Yeah.
So you got a 4 plus 4.
Ooh, I got an 8. It's the little things in life.
Well, I mean, I had to pay to get a plus 10 to initiative. Had to be a rogue.
Had to get rid of a feat.
Yeah.
So, Dis, as you guys all appear, you notice that the door actually sort of clicks and tries to slide at your presence, but the vines are sort of holding it shut. And it's sort of attempting to pull, and you can see that it's sort of pulling some of the vines taut, and you can see which vines specifically are holding it. There's about 6 vines holding the door shut.
This is your jam. You have an axe.
I do.
And,
hitting me repeatedly.
I was
as the
tapping-
door as the door does that and you all sort of step into those areas, you see that the 3 closest flowers, they sort of turn and face you, and then the completely red pollen sort of opens, and you can see 3 like yellow bubbles almost come up out of the pollen, but then start blinking, and you realize they're not bubbles, they're eyes. And the flowers sort of lift up and unwrap themselves in this sort of vine humanoid structure with all of these dangling arms and legs, and it starts to move. And this, you're actually first, but you can see these 3 flowers right here are beginning to uncoil themselves from the vine. They're in the same spot that they're at right now. They haven't actually moved. And let's see.
I'm going to zoom in a little, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah. And they have reactions they're going to use real quick. So I need each one of you guys to make me a wisdom saving throw. Or 2 wisdom saving throws, technically, because 2 of these are within range.
Is this against cold, poison, frighten, or poison?
Against the darkness.
Or charm? Or sleep?
Let's see. Nope, this is just effect.
You
I
said
got
wisdom?
a 19 and a 9.
You have
yeah,
advantage on the saving
this is-
throws, but yes, it is wisdom.
Oh, so you got a... Okay, you got a 19.
And then I rerolled and got a 14.
So it's the
Reroll
highest...
that.
It's the highest roll, right,
Oh.
Woodrow?
Yeah, it's the highest of the
That's
2.
better.
Okay, so Shae got a 20.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, my wisdom is
All right.
+1.
15 plus 2, so
Nice. 17.
yeah. So, yeah,
17 plus...
We're going with the little window that says
2.
saving throws,
So
correct?
19.
Yes, that's where you would click on.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
And what was yours, Dis?
19.
19. So you guys each smell the most sweet or savory or whatever, the best meal, the best smell you've ever smelled in your life, that food that makes your mouth water. And you guys aren't affected, but all of your mouths begin to water as the smell of the rot and the vegetation and all that stuff goes away, and all of a sudden you smell the best food ever. But you are unaffected. And Dis, it's your turn.
I'm going to chop at the flower. Because fuck that.
The flower person.
The flower person. I'm sorry.
Which one? There's 3.
One of Zame's.
Well, which ones are within... It's only the one that's right next to that door that's within range of us, right?
Yeah, the other ones are technically 10 feet up above, and they're sort of looking down at you.
I don't like that. I'm going to chop at plant numero uno here.
Okay. Roll me your attack.
And I'll tab.
And it's magical attack, so I don't got to worry about Zayt. Boom, 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 boom.
That one. I rolled a 14.
3. So that's 3 more.
I don't like that roll.
Jesus Christ. 13 hits is their AC.
Oh, nice. And
Yep.
then
I had to double check, sorry. Oh.
a 20.
Yep, both hit.
So 1d8 plus 8 and 1d4 plus 10. Wow. So 9.
In 9 with 1, right?
Yeah. And 12.
Oh my gosh.
All right, 21. That's the magic number. That is the magic number. Okay, so first one, you stab it in the palm, like you said, pop one of its eyes with your rapier, and then slash it with your second one, and it's enough to take this plant pod person, I guess is what I had them named, off of the battlefield. So that's 1 down. And I have that marked.
So
He's
they're
gone.
kind of squishy.
Yes.
A little squishy, but they've got some hit points. And then that was just your 2 attacks, so your action and your bonus action.
Yes.
I don't think. Do you have any movement that you would like to do, or
No.
no? Okay. That is the pod people's turn. So I rolled real quick because I got to use the restroom. But what they do for their turn is the 2 flowers that are up to 10 feet sort of crawl down off the wall, and they become adjacent to Brynn and Volsung, and then the other one comes up off the wall and is adjacent to Dis. So they're basically just, you got one on each of you, and then behind you, you guys can see a couple of the flowers. 3 of them have stood up and moved towards you. The other ones are kind of getting up, but their movement doesn't bring them close enough to make attacks. And these guys shoot needles at you, but they all seem to miss, and you can see where the needles hit in the stone. That they hit in the stone, so they're pretty damaging needles, and you can see black ichor sort of dripping from where they hit. So they're definitely poisoned. So the immunity to poison is probably very, very clutch. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute. I gotta use the restroom. Kronos, it's your turn next, so you can go ahead and think about what you're gonna do.
All right.
All right, so that one's dead.
Wait, did you change your name, Luke?
Kronos.
My character's name outside of the last game is Kronos. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like his overall name.
So we gotta fix the overlay then. And I've gotta fix the intro. I know. That's okay.
I mean,
$20.
I respond to either. You know, it's not.
How are you seeing that on there, but that's your camera?
This is YouTube.
That's YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh. Your YouTube is white. That's why.
This YouTube.
It looked like this. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, how can you be backstage but not even appear? What trickery is this, woman?
You know, I do things.
Oh, by the way, Luke, we were
Yes.
thinking about leaving here at about 9, so that would put us over there at about 10:30-ish. And the reason I say that is because I'm almost done saying it. It's because morning rush hour here is hell. So
Yeah, I
it would
got
do us
one.
no good to leave any before that.
Ooh, rush hour in Florida or California just sounds like a nightmare.
It is.
Trust me, it is.
Yeah, it's bad enough here, but yeah, it's nothing compared to what I've heard from friends. But
Well, I
yeah,
mean-
Kronos.
There are only
All
3
right.
bridges leading in the direction that we're going, and all of them suck. So
Oh shit.
So, how far away? You said that they just came down to like land right in front, right?
Yeah, they're basically adjacent to each of you. You all have one that you can hit. This can actually technically hit 2 of them, and so yeah, you can all at least hit 2 of them, basically from where you guys are standing, almost. Except Brynn,
Oh, that's
unless
unfair.
she moves.
can't Brynn hit everything with her fucking axe?
Well, yeah, technically she can throw, so yeah, with the ranged weapon, she's good.
All right, so guess I'll go ahead and cast Booming Blade on the one ahead of me, and then attack with my my Vibration Scythe Hex weapon. So it's 2 attacks.
No, it's so you're casting Booming Blade. That's your action. That's your attack.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
And then,
because Booming Blade does a bunch of damage.
okay, so just cast that then, and
Ye-
then
You still make the attack with your hex weapon because it's the attack. Still, you still make the attack, but then you get all the Booming Blade stuff
all right.
with it. And if you want to use your bonus action for anything beforehand, you can. Like I don't know if you have like Spirit Shroud and stuff like that. I can't remember.
I do actually.
That's, if you want to pop that right now, that's up to you. Oh.
Not yet. I don't think I need. All right, yeah. So just cast Booming Blade then, and attack. So. It's 19 plus 10, so 29.
That hits.
Okay, and so instead I roll the 2d8.
It's 2d8 plus a d10 plus 6.
Okay, 2. Now my d8s. Where are my d8s? Okay. All right. 2d8 plus a d10 plus 6.
Yep.
All right. So, 5, 8, and 1.
Nice. 5, 8, 1.
And 1.
So 14.
And then plus 6. So
20.
Yeah.
Boom. So you slice through that one, and you basically cut through it almost completely in half, but there's one vine as the top part falls back that sort of pulls the top part back in place, but it's just being held by that one little thin vine. It's in shambles, and you can see that your vibrations are still attached to it, sort of shaking it. You feel like if you move, or if it were to move, it'd be toast. And they have to move on their own free will. You can't push them.
Right.
The way the spell works. And that was your action. So you still have a bonus and a movement. So you can Bardic Inspiration. If you want to, because we haven't really done this yet, you can use your Bardic Inspiration to add that damage if you want. If you would want to,
the
but,
Psychic Blades?
Yeah, that's only if you want to use your bonus action for that, though. I'm just trying to remind you of all the different uses the Bardic Inspiration has. Because you can also throw it to another person.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use the Psychic Blades just to see if I can finish this thing off.
Okay. Yeah, so 3d6.
3d6. All right. And 3. 5 plus 1, 6, and then 2, so 8.
8.
Yeah.
So as that last vine sort of does pull it up, you can see the vibrations sort of stop, and then all of a sudden there's like a unraveling, like a little snap, and everything just sort of unravels, and the pollen head sort of sits and falls to the ground. All the eyes sort of blink at you for a moment, and then close and just goes all red.
How many total flowers are around us right now? We got the one I killed, the one that he just killed.
So there's one standing next to you. There's 3 behind you that are shooting thorns and coming up at you, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more down at the bottom that are moving towards you, but they haven't been in range to do anything.
Okay, so 1 and 3 and 6. So there's
1,
10?
3, and then 10 left.
Jesus.
And the door is still trying to open. Doot, doot. And then, you still have movement. If you're done, then it's the next enemy's turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
You guys can hear movement from up on the temple, and some of the vines sort of unravel. What looks like was like just a bundle of vines sort of opens and unravels. You can see these big hands sort of pull it apart, big ape-like hands, and sort of sliding, running down the temple side is this big gorilla-like form with 4 arms and a huge flower pod sort of growing up out of its chest and collarbone area. This huge purple flower or red flower as it leaps down right behind you guys. So if you look at the stairs, there's like a 10-foot by 10-foot square that's like directly behind Kirby at the base of the stairs. That's sort of where it lands. Kind of where he's kind of touching them, yeah. Well, it basically lands on the stairs right there within arm's reach of Brynn and Volsung.
Shit.
And I think that's on the start of your turn. So, but the flower that's on it, you can see the bioluminescent lights on it that are going around it are moving fast now, not slow like that other ape you encountered in the other wildlife. It's flickering fast, and it's almost dazing, enthralling almost. And that's it.
He's got your armor.
Boom, 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 boom. And then it's going to make its attacks. So that's a 6 on the die. That's not going to hit. Ooh, a nat 20. So 1 claw will hit. A 3 on the dice isn't going to hit. A 2 on the dice isn't going to hit. 1 more attack with a bite. 18 plus 7 will hit. So Volsung.
Yeah.
2d8. 8, so it's 6, 12, 12 plus 4. So you take 16 piercing damage from, or sorry, I take that back. I rolled the wrong dice. 12, 4. Wait, really? So 20 piercing damage from a natural 20 claw.
Okay.
And then Brynn, you take...
Does my foresight do anything to help me with that?
Yeah. So actually it does.
Okay.
I have to re-roll real quick. I might take some damage away, or you might... So it's an 18 on the dice, not a natural 20. So that's going to be 12 plus 4, which is 16 damage, not 20.
Okay.
Whoa. Doot.
All right. So I have 1 temp. So we use the temp points first, correct?
Yeah, temp goes out first.
Okay.
8, 9, and then Brynn.
1 temp point left.
As the claws all sort of slash out at Volsung, two of the claws slash out at Volsung, one hits. 2 more of the claws sort of slash out at you and miss, but sort of latch onto the ground, and it lunges forward with its mouth and sort of bites out at you. And as you pull back, it sort of catches one of the teeth, one of its canines, sort of catch your chin by your ear and drag along your jawline as you pull back, and it does some damage by tearing the flesh line along your jaw, kind of like a little skin flap.
Shit.
Doot. And that is its turn. But
How much damage do I take?
it was 9 plus 4, so 13 damage.
So you still have 4 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Yep. And but it is your turn.
Thank fuck. All right. So
And
I
it's
have,
not a
like-
big grievous wound. It's enough to let you know it's there, and it cuts you, and you can see like the blood
it's
sort of
like
coming
what I
down,
did,
dripping
right?
off the
It
chin.
drew some blood.
Yeah.
Well, it's pissed me off is what it's done. All right. So he's like right in front of me then.
Yep. And if you want the benefits from rage on your attacks, you can bonus action first and then attack if you want.
Oh yeah, we're doing that. We are 1,000% gonna rage.
So, finally, I get to do your thing.
Yay!
You flip into your rage. You sort of have that as the claw drags across your jawline and cuts you open. It just flashes back to different moments in battle. The adrenaline starts going, and you sort of bite down on your tongue to kick it in. And as you do that, there's a weird sensation that goes over, like this tingle that goes from your feet to your head. And make me a wisdom saving throw.
So 10.
10. Okay, I need you to roll me a d10.
Waiting for Sai to find a D10.
That's an 8. Here, just roll this one. This is a 10. Just take off a 0. The metal dice.
Oh yeah,
are the best dice.
the D100s. Yeah.
Yeah, the percentals. Yeah.
She
20.
rolled a 10.
Yeah.
A 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as Brynn flips into a rage, you can see fur begin to sprout, and her form sort of hunch over as her back hunches, and her form becomes that of a very large cat, Volsung. It resembles your cat pet. It's a Nyxborn link. She rolled the best stat block. So now you have even more temporary hit points. Technically, I'm going to so.
I'm very excited.
I have your stats. So basically, right now, you have pounce, magical resistance, and you're apparently a dog, not a cat. And you'll get a claw attack, but since you're in a rage, I'm gonna let you use their pounce ability. So basically, give me a roll of d20, and we'll add 5 to it.
9. So
14.
14. Let's see what this thing's AC is. 11. So it's very big. You sort of move to the side of it, staying within its reach, and you sort of move around it, like clawing with your or tearing with your claw and like latching on and using your momentum to sort of swing around it. Go ahead, and it's going to make. I almost had you make me do this, but it needs to make it. Strength saving throw. Okay, so it makes a strength saving throw, so it doesn't get knocked prone, and you don't get your second attack, but Go ahead and roll me a d8 if you have a d8. Let's see.
There's a D8 somewhere in here.
There are many of them.
Right here. 4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
4 plus. Boom. And now go ahead and roll me. Shoot bonus action rage. Oh yeah, what's your Barbarian Rage? That's what I meant to look at. It gives you. Let me look at your sheet real quick. An extra bit of damage. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's 3, so that's an extra 3.
Yeah.
+3
Okay.
melee with strength weapons. Blah blah blah.
Yep. Boom, plus another 3. Okay, 7. So that's 10 damage to that. All right. And is there any movement you'd like to do? You still got 4. You got 40 movement, I'll say.
No, I'm
No.
gonna stay right on this bastard.
Okay. Just wanted to give you the option in case. And then Dis, it'll be your turn next.
How far away is he from me?
From you, if you take a diagonal step right next to Volsung, you can hit the monkey.
So, are we saying the monkey is in the square with Shae on the map right now?
So if you look where Kirby is, it's in those 4 squares that Kirby are
Okay.
touching, because it's a 10-foot, it's large. So it's
Oh,
in those
okay.
4 squares. Yeah.
And in all honesty, I should be down towards its side, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you could just like move, take a diagonal step, because you didn't make the strength check to knock it down. So you just move her over 1 to the right.
To the right?
Right here.
Yeah.
That one.
That?
Yeah, that one. Yep.
Okay. Well, all right. Explain to me what I can do with this bow since I'm not in melee range.
So with the one hit point of damage, you basically draw a bow of blood and then spend the charges, so up to 5, which is 5d8 on top of the d8 for it being a longbow, so it's 6d8, and it's all necrotic damage, plus your dexterity. Yeah, it basically turns it into the BFG, except it
All
doesn't
right.
explode.
Even getting behind him wouldn't give me advantage on attack at this
No,
point, right?
not with ranged weapons like that. No,
No, my
if you were
point
behind.
is that even if I like shadow step behind him, I couldn't sneak him because,
Well, let's read the Shadow Step ability real fast. It might. I don't know if does the Shadow Step have to be within 5 feet. Melee attack, yeah. So it'd have to be a melee attack because you're like popping up real quick and sort of catching him off guard.
and that advantage is what's going to allow me to sneak attack. I guess I'm just getting confused.
No,
between the
so
advantage.
you can if you shoot them right now, you have
Uh-huh.
sneak attack period because you have allies adjacent to it that are keeping it sort of occupied.
Okay, fuck it. I'm using my bow. It's less confusing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, as long as an enemy's adjacent to an ally, you have your sneak attack on that attack.
23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. I
And it'll be
spent 5
68.
charges.
Yeah, 68 and 66.
All right. So.
Damn.
Does that say 6? I can't even read it.
That says 5. One more. There you go.
Yeah, the attack must use a finesse or ranged weapon. This is ranged, so yeah, it all works.
And then it's this result plus 10.
Yes, yeah.
So 48.
Boom. Plus 10, so that's 58. It doesn't
No,
resist
48.
any of that. Well, 10 damage that Brynn did.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
I did some
Dude.
damage.
Well, the wisdom save kind of messed up your action economy there for a sec. And So that's your attack. You still got bonus and move.
All right. My bonus is hide.
Okay, go ahead and give me a check.
26.
26. I don't think they can even get that. Yeah, they can't even beat that. So you you sort of match your steps with other people's because they don't have tremor sense, but they have blind sight. So you are hidden from this thing, so they cannot attack you. And then bet bud. So that's gonna be one there, and then those other ones are moving in, but they're still only far because they have slow movement, so they can still only shoot. Volsung, those all miss. This is hidden. Brynn, that's not gonna. Oh, that one might hit. Your AC, yeah, it's a 26. That's gonna miss though, and a 7 on the dice is gonna miss. So the cat form, I'll keep track of this since I have the stat block open. But as you're sort of moving around, a needle hits you from one of the like pod people that are walking up on you. You take 8 points of damage. So it hits you like right in the butt. Little thorn, and that's all they could do. Now the one that moves up behind you is going to try and constrict. So that's one more attack. 12 plus 6 is an 18. That doesn't hit Brynn. So the one that came down off the wall tried to wrap its tendrils around Brynn and constrict, but she sort of just like shakes her cat-like body, and the tendrils sort of tearing some tendrils off of it, and sort of readjusts. And that flower did not walk within range of you guys to get attacks of opportunity. So that is Kronos. Your turn.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Spirit Shroud this time, and then
So bonus action. Boom, boom.
yeah,
That adds 2d. What are you What level are you casting it at? Because I think it's 1d8 at the lower level.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Third level, I think.
yeah. Third level is what I got here. So, yeah. So, cast the Spirit Shroud, and is the one that came off the wall, is that within 10 feet? Or is
Of
it,
you, yeah, it's in your 10-foot reach because it's right behind Brynn, so it's 10 feet away
okay.
from you.
Well, then that one I'm going to use the Spirit Shroud's ability to creature of your choice that you can see that starts its turn within 10 feet of you has speed reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. I'm going to stop its movement with that if I can, and then attack the evil primate in front of us.
And
now,
what were you using to slow its movement?
the Spirit Shroud thing, it says in addition, any creature of your choice that you can see that starts its turn within 10 feet of you has its speed reduced by 10.
So you're just doing all of the enemies basically, all the hostiles then.
Oh yeah, I guess that would affect the one in front of me as well.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
If it says any, then yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Good to know. And then, are you doing 2 attacks or booming blade?
Let's see. I'll go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and do two attacks this time. Yeah. So.
That actually will work out for, I think, more.
All right. So, first attack. That is a 16.
16 hits the Gorillion. You're going for the big gorilla guy or the plant? Okay, that's what I thought. Just want to make sure.
Yep. So yeah, the first attack was a 16. I'll roll damage altogether at the end.
Yep.
Okay.
What the fuck? I've been missing chats.
And then that's 26 on the second attack to hit.
Yeah, both of them will definitely
both hit. Okay, so
and it's going to be 2d10 plus 2d8 then I think.
2d10 plus 2d8. Okay.
And then you'll get your modifier twice as well. Hello. Which is going to be 12 on top of all.
So plus 12 at the end of this. Gotcha. All right, so that's it's a 9, 10, 1, and 3. Okay, so 4, 14 plus 9. Is that it's 23?
That would be 23.
Okay,
Yep.
plus 12, so that's 35.
Yes.
35. All right.
Holy
Yes.
shit,
Okay.
I can math. Oh my god, I think that hurt.
All right. So you put it up past 75 hit points. When you do that, you see that flower begins to pulse even faster and vibrate more and begin to shine a brilliant bright light that's kind of blinding almost. And when that happens, when that damage sinks into the grillion, you notice that the vines on the temple flux and the vines that are holding the door sort of tighten and start to shut the door more than it was already opened. And you can hear cracking in the stone.
Shit.
And then it is Shae's turn. Or I mean, wait, is that the end of your turn? Sorry.
Use my bonus action. Yeah.
Okay, so then it's the
Yep.
gorilla's turn first. And the flower's blooming. It will make its attacks, and it's going to attack both Volsung and Brynn again. 2 claws. 8 is going to miss. A 6 is going to miss. So, Brynn, you're in the clear. Volsung, 19 misses you, right?
No, that hits. I have.
Oh,
Oh,
hits,
wait,
okay.
I have the armor class and then whatever extra.
Let me double check. This is with the that's with the armor.
Oh, that's with the armor
Yep.
included.
Yep. Unless do you have shield or anything like that?
I have the spell shield. Yes.
The way that works is it's a reaction. If you get hit with a spell and it's like a hit you don't want to get hit with, you can raise your AC. So
Okay.
that would make it miss because it matched, and it gives you a
Okay.
+5, so you can So that
Yeah.
first
Okay.
one.
Then cast shield.
Okay, so then it'll be a 23 AC then for these last 2. That's not gonna hit, and that's not gonna hit. Okay. So yeah, that was a 21. And, yep. Okay. So that first claw's coming in, you can see it coming in right to your face, and you sort of whistle and create a shield of vibrations in front of your face, and this claw just sort of clashes off of it, and you lean back as the other claw's coming in. It tries to bite you, but you're just narrowly out of the way. Then it's going to go to Shae's turn in the cat form, but I need Shae to make me another wisdom saving throw. And you have advantage on this because of the feast you guys had.
Roll again.
11.
Well, you have advantage. You can roll it again.
That
She
was
rolled
with
twice.
advantage.
That's with
Oh
advantage.
shit.
She rolled a 7 and a 10, so +1 is 11.
So you're getting ready in your rage to viciously sort of lash out and go, but you sort of catch the light of the flower, and your body just goes sort of limp, and you just sort of sit there. You become incapacitated, and your speed is 0 until the end of your next turn. And so now that you know that this is the effect of this, on your next turn, you can avert your eyes. It'll give you disadvantage on your attacks towards the thing, but you won't have to make this save against the flower because you're sort of like trying not to look at it but still fight. So you have disadvantage on your attacks, but you won't have to worry about the sort of gaze attack or whatever of the flower.
Like a Medusa effect.
Basically, yeah. Or like a basilisk or something.
Yeah.
And then it's Dis's turn, and I need Dis to make me the same save. Wisdom saving throw with advantage.
This is the longest shake.
Is this
And
a
there's-
charm, or what is this?
It's just an effect. It's not a charm or a poison or anything like that.
+2.
12.
12. So that is under the DC. It's a DC of 13. So you are the same. You sort of are getting ready to move out of the shadows, and you sort of stop and go limp and just start looking limply at this flower on the gorilla as it's fighting a Volsung in front of you, or Kronos. Then it goes to the bud people. That one is still there.
Shit.
And you are going to, I think incapacitation automatically fails. So let me check. Conditions 5E. Boom. Incapacitation. Can't take actions or reactions. Okay, so yeah, you don't automatically fail. And it doesn't hit. Volsung, your AC, so that actually is going to hit. I'm going to roll. A needle comes in and flies. Is flying at you and is sort of about to hit. You can see it's going to hit you if you don't do anything.
Can I cast shield again?
You have to cast it using your spell slots. It's not a free resource.
Right, it's a reaction.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Let's see, 19 plus 6, and it's at a 25. So I don't know if you can raise it that high. It might be a waste. Yeah, it would be a waste.
It would be a waste.
Yeah. Yeah, it would. It's hit a 25, and I think that brings you to 23.
Oh, it would have only been 23. Yeah.
And you don't have to make the save for the poison for this, but you do take 11 bludgeoning damage as the flower sort of moves in on you and begins to constrict you and wrap you up. You are grappled and restrained.
11
And that means basically restrained is you have a speed of 0. Your attack rolls have advantage against you. You have disadvantage on your attack rolls, which since you have foresight means your attacks are just normal.
Okay.
And you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, so those are also made adjustments. So now the grappling basically just makes you a normal fucking person because you're foresight. Boop, boop. And these guys missed their shots, and the other flowers are moving in. They are in range to shoot. That's a 3 on the dice. This fucking dice, a 6 on the dice. 3 on the dice. I'm gonna set it down. A natural 20. Fucking no way that works. So, this actually might be good for Brynn though.
Yeah,
Brynn,
doesn't she
you
wake
feel-
up if she's damaged?
Yeah, basically. 10. And it's a natural 20, so that means it's doubled. 10, 17 plus 1. So 18 on top of the 8 is 26. And what is the Nyx health? 26. Not quite. You got 11 hit points left in the Nyx form. You can feel another thorn sort of hit you, and the flowers on the back are sort of moved in and it formed a sort of half circle and are just pelting you with poison thorns. And you get a sense they're trying to incapacitate you, but they don't know you're immune to poison. And that is Kronos. Your turn. And like I said, the door, as you hit the Grillion last turn, the sort of vines around the temple constricted, and the door started getting pulled shut from those 6 vines, sort of pulling at it and shutting it again.
Fuck.
And the vines look like they can be cut away.
So I'm currently constricted, you said?
Yeah, so you're grappled. Your movement is 0. You can still attack, and your attacks are normal, not advantage right now because you're grappled.
I want to thunderstep over to where one of the vines is wrapped around the door.
And that will hit Brynn and Dis.
Fuck.
It's a thunderous boom.
Right. Yeah, okay, well then let's not do that.
Yeah.
Let's not put the party in danger. Yeah.
A different version of the light. We'll substitute it for thunder damage.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I mean,
It's like I didn't
just be
electrocute
deaf.
you.
Cacophonous body damage. Yeah, that'll
fine.
work.
Just
All right.
I need to fucking kill this chair.
Oops. Sorry.
Next seppuku chair.
Right. All right. Well, then I'll just I'll attack the one that's got me grappled then with my packed weapon.
Okay.
So, that's a 16.
16. That actually beats the escape for these guys. You sort of start pulling at the vines, and you can just rip that. You just rip them off, no problem, as you're sort of moving your body and getting ready to attack with your scythe.
Okay. And then
And that is that's your action breaking a grapple, though, just so you're aware.
Okay.
you have a bonus.
So
in
I have a
movement.
bonus action now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. I will bardic inspire Brynn to get out, wake
Fuck
up,
shit up.
shed off the whatever. Wake up!
The-
Will you listen to me? Wake up! Will you listen to me? Yeah. So yeah, you get a D8 to shake off the effects of the plant.
So at the start of your turn, Brynn, you shake it off naturally because it just affects you for one turn. But do you avert your eyes to take disadvantage on the attacks, or are you going to look at it and have it normal attacks?
No, I'm gonna avert my eyes because I suck at
Okay.
rolling.
Gotcha. So yeah, you can make a roll twice and take the lower for the attack,
Okay.
and you can add a D8 to it as well if you roll low. You don't have to roll the D8 until you know your roll.
So is it my turn now?
Yes.
Yep.
Just making sure.
What you doing?
I'm gonna hit at that motherfucker again and not look at the fucking flower. Cause fuck the flower. So 13 was the lower.
So 23.
Yep.
You 13, but you're in the cat form, so it's 13 plus 5, which still hits. So roll me a D8, and then another attack.
D8 and then another attack.
Yep. Because it failed its strength save, so you're actually pulling it down with your pounce move. You're knocking it
Fuck,
prone,
man.
basically.
My D8 was a 2.
D8, so
Start
2 plus 3.
using this
That's 5 damage from that attack, but it is knocked prone from that, so you have another attack, and since it's prone, you have this with advantage.
Awesome.
So it means
I'm just
it means
gonna
it's a normal.
swing at it again.
Yeah, it's a normal attack since you have disadvantage from not looking, so it'll just be one roll.
Okay. The fuck does that say?
It's a 12.
So that's going to be a hit, and D10 for the damage.
Seven.
All right. So you guys see her cat form. She sort of jumps up on it and pulls it down with her claws, and then starts biting at its face on the other side of where the flower is on the body. And as she's doing that, the flower starts just pulsing extremely fast. Grillian Zombie was holding his action to do something, and then you knocked him prone. So he's gonna get up, which is half of his movement. And you sort of put him in defensive mode, so that's going to be one hit. Let's see if this takes you out of that form. So that's 9. So that is it's at exactly your health for that. So one slash from the claw comes across. The ape gets up and sort of uppercuts you with its claws, and it crawls across your chest, and you can feel it sort of tear the form off of you as your body sort of polymorphs back into its normal form, and you can feel this sort of. You're not taking an exhaustion level, but there's this state of exhaustion in your body as your heart sort of tries to skips a step and tries to catch up with the pace. You're still in rage because you were attacking and everything fine. That didn't go away.
So just real quick, and not that I'm trying to screw myself here. When the flower just kind of dazed me and I ended up doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Does that count as an attack from the?
Oh yeah, you're
I
right.
didn't take
no,
damage.
You're right. Yeah, you didn't attack or take damage because it missed you.
Yeah. So.
The thorn hit you. Remember, you got hit in the ass by the thorn.
Oh right. Okay.
So it still actually counts. Yeah, it still counts.
Thank fuck. At least something hit me.
At least something hit me.
Because
that's
if
why I
I'm
was
in
like, this
rage and I can't attack, I have to take damage.
Yeah, or the rage ends. But that's why I was like, this is going to be good for Brynn at least.
Yeah.
But,
And it's like, oh hey, so you take this much damage right in your ass, but at least your rage is still there.
Okay, so the first attack that it hits you with claws the form off of you, and you can see it sort of like the magic tears the magic, and you sort of polymorph back. And then as you do that, you have your form back and your heart starts pumping with the rage there. And you literally take Axie and just start flinging it around and blocking each claw. And then as it goes to bite you, you shove the blade in its mouth and sort of it clamps down on the blade. And you just sort of pull the face in close eye to eye with you. Still in your rage.
We'll so kill you.
The temple flexes one more time. You guys can see bricks begin to fall and land near you at your feet. Then that was Shae, so it goes back to Dis. Up at the top.
We need to get inside this thing.
We need to kill this guy to get this thing to release, don't we?
Every time I've hit
I don't know.
it, it's like the temple starts to crumble.
The vines constrict every time we hit it.
And I did
But I
mention
kinda
there's 6
can't-
vines. 6 vines shutting the door.
Yeah, they're pulling it shut.
I'm just saying, this ape is actively trying to kill me, so you guys might want to try and find
All
a way to
right.
get in.
So, yeah, fuck it. I'm
Cut the
attacking
vines.
him. Nope, I'm killing the ape, and then I'll go after the vines. What?
Every time we hit it, it's crumbling the temple.
Fine,
so
I
if you
attack the
kill it,
darkness. I move over here towards the vine, and I will. Do I get sneak attack on a vine?
I mean, technically, yeah.
you've
You've been getting sneak attack on vines.
I mean, that is true.
It is a creature. It's not just. It's a plant creature. You get sneak attack on plant creatures. So if you hit it,
26.
I mean, 26 hits.
Is that a 5 or a 6? That's a
6.
6? Okay, good. Plus a
It's-
D8 plus 8.
I don't think you can't not cut it with your sneak attack damage.
Okay, 31.
Yeah, 31 cuts it. It does have a pretty high AC though. But you definitely hit it with a 26 or whatever the fuck. 30 goes through. They don't have a lot of hit points, but they do have good resistance and AC. But you're cutting it with a blade, so it doesn't matter. That goes through. That snaps. So that's one blade or one vine of the 6 gone. And you see the door sort of starts to give a little more. It's got a little more room to go to open. You think if a couple more vines, you guys could probably sneak through or squeeze through.
Are there any other vines within range?
Yeah, you could reach another one there, and if you took like a 5-foot step, you could reach another one.
Well, I only have one more attack as a bonus
Yeah.
action, so yeah.
And this one
25.
25 does hit, but this one won't get your sneak attack. You only get that once in a turn.
Yeah. 14.
14 damage?
Yeah, I
Nice.
did max.
Yep, and that's with a dagger, so that's a slashing. So, or I think, I always think daggers can be slashing or piercing, even though they're piercing or whatever. But that goes
Well, I
through.
mean, especially a karambit. I mean, it's,
I know.
Yeah.
It's literally a slashing weapon. And then, so that's 2 of the 6 gone. There's 4 left. And you see that it's a good space is open. You can kind of see in the temple. It kind of goes and it's this narrowing hallway. It's sort of this from this big long, just goes to a narrow area where there's a door on the other side. But you can't, all you can really get through is up to your elbow if you were to stick your hand through where the door is opening. But it's moving.
Gotcha.
You can,
So
and
the only
then-
thing I have left is a movement, and I'm not going to use it. So.
Okay. Bud people. You see the bud people that were sort of in a half circle there at the edge of the stairs that were shooting needles. 3 of them are going to move in and do 1, 2, 3 there, 1, 2, 3 there. 3, so 2, 4, so 6 actually. That's going to be 2 attacks on each. 1. They did not like Dis's action of cutting the vines.
Damn it, Dis.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
good job, but also fuck.
So, Dis, with disadvantage because of the blur, The 4 that are the 3 that got around you in that area miss. A couple of them got 19s, but because it's disadvantage, they fucking didn't get you. And you didn't hide last time you were cutting them, so
Correct.
they miss. That's 3. 3 more for you, Volsung. And you don't have disadvantage. Or do you? Yeah, you do.
I do.
You do
Yeah.
from foresight. So
From foresight.
that natural 20 is not going to count. And then that's a 13. Oh, a 13 plus 5, 18. 18 Volsung. That is your AC, correct?
That is my AC, yes.
Are you
Something
casting
good
shield or
damage.
taking the hit?
Oh, well, I mean, if I yes, I'm gonna cast shield.
It's a reaction, so
Yeah, let me go ahead and click it here.
I don't want to cheat you out of your.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and cast shield on that if I'm not gonna burn it for no reason. Yeah.
So they all
Thank
start
you,
to sort of
Antoine.
they all sort of start to surround you for a moment and get vines around you, and you sort of use your psychic scream to sort of blast the vines that were wrapping around you just off, and as more sort of start to sprout from the creatures. Boom, boom, and then Brynn 2. Nope. Okay, and you don't have disadvantage. So
Rage doesn't give me anything.
no, but it gives you advantage on the strength checks to get out of it. What's your AC though? 'Cause I don't think does a
20.
19 hit you? Okay, so you have an AC of 20, so that actually does not hit.
Yeah.
And then an 11 on the so I rolled lower on the second one. That's not gonna hit either. Jesus. I really hope my fucking boss rolls. But I'm gonna switch dice for fucking that. This is so ridiculous. I seriously have never rolled that many 3s and 6s. It keeps fucking rolling the same number. That's the bud people. They can't lock anyone down. They're trying to stop you from cutting the vines and getting inside. And Kronos. You guys have gone
Those
from
bastards.
food possible snack to dangerous threat.
All right. I am going to run over and cut more vines.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I'm
Like on the
currently in a
other
stare
door.
down with a
Like-
giant
Now-
fucking thing.
Wanna?
Because you're always looking for cool ways to use spells.
Yes.
You have lightning bolt. What I'm trying to think. What other AOE spells do you have off the top of your head? Do you know?
Thunder wave, shatter.
Ooh,
Let's see.
shatter might be a bad idea for this specific.
Yeah.
It breaks objects.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But
That
yeah.
was nice new power armor.
So just because I want to give you different ways and just so that you don't have to just cut. Obviously, you can cut them. But if you had an AOE that did more of like a 10-foot area, which I don't think you have currently at the moment, besides like a lightning bolt.
Yeah. Well, I have thunder wave that goes out in a 15-foot cube around me.
Okay, so where you're standing right now, if you thunder waved and did the 15-foot away from you and Brynn,
Yeah.
you wouldn't hit Brynn. You'd hit the door. The vines hitting the door on that side. You could possibly. I'd have to make saves. I believe is how it works, but I will double check. And you could break more than just the 2 your attack would let you do if you hit.
Okay. I was headed. Yeah. I was headed towards the other door, the opposite door that Dis had cut vines
over
from.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
So-
one big sliding door that's sort of sliding open from the
Oh,
side
okay.
that Dis is on, but the vines are holding the whole thing shut along the whole thing, so it's not just one side it's sort of all locked down, but it's one big sliding door, sort of like a Skyrim, like a giant
Gotcha.
fucking Skyrim door.
Don't worry, Brynn's still within range of the cube, so of the death cube that Volsung's did. So you're good.
All right. Well, I'm aiming it
15
away
from-
from. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's enough that it's not going to hit you guys. It'll be loud, but it's not going to hit you guys.
Yeah.
So go ahead and just roll me the damage for that.
All right. So 2d8. So where are my d8s at? There's a d8. There's a d8. And oh wait, no, shit! Did that really just bounce off my desk?
Oh man, they auto
damn
fail.
it.
This is amazing. I totally didn't even know about that.
All
I'm gonna
right,
start using that in my other games when I play.
8 and 2, 10.
8 and
the 2D.
8. Oh, you got 2d10.
8 and 2
Okay.
to 10. Yeah.
So yeah, they got 10 hit points per vine. So that is 3 more of the 4 gone, which leaves 1, if my math is correct. And as that happens, the strength of the door is enough to sort of pull and rip. The door starts to slide open and sort of stops when there's enough room for like a humanoid to move through. And you can sense that you can see that the Gorillon is sort of enraging, and so are the plants. The vines are sort of whipping around now in a frantic motion. And the vines are kind of constricting the temple, but it's not like a quick. It's a slow, gradual process. It seems to be afraid. Also, Volsung, what I was going to say, another option is you could have tried to speak to the plants, but I know we've already discussed that the druid or whatever, Sue told you that speaking to them might be futile. But you could always
I was
try.
going to attempt it, but then they tried to start pollinating us, and I was like, yeah, this is a bad idea. Yeah.
But yeah. So with that cast of the spell, you still have your most of your movement, and I think half of it, and it is the gorillas or Shae's turn technically, because that he held his turn, so he's under Shae now.
Yeah. So I cast. Yeah. So I think I'm done then.
Okay, you have half your movement if you want to move closer to the door opening.
Oh yeah, I'll move closer to the door opening.
Yeah,
Which
it's
way is
basically
it sliding open, like open
where
on
you're
my
at.
side?
That 5-foot square in front of you is about how far it's open and where it stopped. So you just have that 5-foot square to go in. Boom.
So we
What's
just
your
got to
movement,
get
30 or 40.
my movement is 30,
Yeah, so
but I have half that. Yeah.
And then, so if you don't have a bonus action you want to use, it would be Shae's turn.
Let's see. I already did you end up using that D8 for anything?
She has not yet.
Okay, well,
Not
you
yet.
still have it. All right, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right, Shae, your turn.
Cool. So my concern is I've got a thing biting down on my axe in front of me, and if I kill him, I don't know that the whole temple isn't going to just come crashing down.
Yeah, and you can pull your axe out. It's not like it's grappled it or anything.
Right, but the point is he's like directly in front of me, pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
If you can hold him for a turn, I can grab you and shoot us inside.
Oh, that's an option.
Up to you.
Volsung. Just real quick.
I mean, can I do a standard thing and kick his ass? Try to kick him down the stairs away from us.
Oh, she's gonna.
You can do
Sparta him.
You can shove. You do a shove attack, and you have 2 attacks,
Yeah.
so you can make, and you have advantage on your strength athletics. So you would roll an athletics check with advantage versus his athletics without advantage, and he's a zombified thing, so he's only got a +4. So let's see what he
So
rolls.
you would roll a
A
d20.
4, so an 8. He rolled an 8.
7 plus 8 is 15.
15. So the first one. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So yeah, if you're doing 2 shove attacks, you can roll me again with advantage. So that'll be 10 feet.
And the next one is 26.
26. That beats 23. 19 plus 3. So you basically one swift kick as you pull your axe out and sort of put your foot on its face and push back and make it go top heavy as it falls 10 feet back off the stair, sort of down on its back. So it can't opportunity attack you when you move. But the vines that are in the area can. You guys are sort of moving through the nest of the pod people. And I rolled for Volsung, but he has disadvantage, so none of them hit. Just hasn't moved. And if Brynn, you move, you'll get about 3 of them who haven't used their reaction. Will get attacks on you. But
I mean, I'm good just kind of kicking him away and waiting. Hoping that makes the grab.
Nice. Okay. So, it's your turn.
All right, so bonus action, because this is the way I have to do it. I'm going to shadow step up to 30 feet.
Yep, bonus action. And then movement.
And then movement, I am going to become shadow. Ah. No, I didn't want to move everybody. She and I are going through this open door. Does this look like did this look like a safe spot from when I was...
Yeah, so it continues to go in, but it slightly tapers into the size of a 5-foot door in there somewhere. So yeah, you're somewhere in there. It's fine. It's basically just a tapering hall, and on the sides of it are depictions of the evolution of Drow from High Elf on their planet Roshana.
I'm going to command the parrot to fly this way.
Yeah, and he can fly out of reach of the pod people, so don't worry about them. Gorilla gets up, uses 15 of its movement, and can't get to you in time. It can't reach Volsung because it was kicked 10 feet and fell. So has to use half of its movement to get up.
You're up there.
And then, yeah, it would be pod people's turn before Volsung. So
Volsung, run.
you can only
the second
be
you
attacked.
can.
You'll have
run.
to. Yeah, you'll have to kill the one in front of you or teleport. But if you want to actually move, you'll have to basically kill the one in front of you so you can move. But they're all going to try and grapple you with disadvantage. It's an 8 on the die, another 8 on the die, so that one does not hit. 9 on the die, a 12, so that misses. A 15, ooh, a 9, so that misses. An 18, ooh, a 19, uh-oh, hot dog.
No.
That 18 and a 19 undo with the disadvantage, so that's actually going to hit. Let me do one more just to make sure the last one misses. Last one misses. 3 on the die. So 2d6. Volsung, you take 9 damage and are grappled.
All right, 9 damage, grappled.
Yeah.
All right.
And when you're grappled, you can either try and break the grapple, you can teleport out of it, or you can attack with disadvantage, but because you have foresight, just a regular attack to try and kill whatever's grappling you. It's up to you.
I'm gonna.
Wait, he can teleport?
I'm gonna thunderstep inside the door.
Yes.
Oh, give me a hug. Bye, bitches.
So yeah, what is it? 3. Where is it? Where's my thunderstep? Cast. Spell slot. There we go. So 3d10.
I love our chat.
There we go.
Odd people.
Johnny Cage votes that you bite the vine that is grappling.
It's one way out.
All right, so 7.
Through the anus. It's always that's the right way out.
Not of the budong.
6,
Definitely
12.
don't want to go out the anus of a budong. 12?
Yeah, 12 damage.
Okay. So you basically, in a thunderous show of noping out, you
Nope.
make a boom and sort of spray the vines out. They don't take enough damage to be killed, but they sort of are spread out kind of like a bunch of snakes, and the flowers are sort of destroyed. They will be back. And you're inside there. You see Brynn and Dis sort of like dusting each other off, picking vines and gunk off each other. And on the walls, you can see on one side is this elaborate tableau. What is it called? Relief structure or relief sculpture of high elves on one side and the planet Felondir. And then on the other side, you have what starts as high elves and then a moon exploding and the planet going dark, and that sort of the evolution of dark elves from that, of the drow from there. So there's no Underdark here that you're aware of.
The whole planet's the Underdark.
Yeah, basically, it's a whole planet of Underdark.
Overdark. Yay.
And
I attack
um,
the darkness.
it basically the reliefs taper down to like a 5 foot by 5 foot or doorway sort of that leads in, or a 5 foot by 10 foot. I mean doorway that leads into a little stairway that goes down, and you can pull up the next map. And also, I'm gonna go grab a drink real fast because my
What's
throat's
the
getting
next
dry.
map called?
The Blood Temple one.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
reassuring.
And I'll be right back.
Totally.
Don't mind me. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Boy.
What's up, Johnny?
See, now we have all of our...
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like the icons.
Yeah.
Although I feel like we have to make Woodrow, instead of being like Woodrow, we have to get a raven.
To make
I
my
didn't mean
halo
right
color
now.
be blue, like a lighter blue, please.
No.
Shae
It's a
gets
smart
to be red,
object.
you get to be purple.
I can't modify a smart object.
No, I'm not talking about right this second. I'm talking about later.
Pick one.
What?
Shae.
Can we do this when we're not live?
He's in the bathroom. We have him in.
Peak one.
Big one.
Peak one.
Well, hang on. I'll be right back.
Yes. Jace. You must choose. Peak one. Yeah, it's like that. That's what I was getting at.
Oh, his eyes want to go.
Oh, Carla. Eagle.
Eagle.
What? What the fuck? I like the video of the dude who's sitting on his fucking patio and like the crow just comes up next to him and is like, fuck you, out of nowhere. And it sounds like exactly like it. It's so great. I love crows and ravens. That works.
There.
Big ass fucking crow.
Fuck yeah.
It's a giant crow. Oh my gosh.
Until I become a ooze folk.
Zombie ooze.
No, just ooze folk. It's a thing. I found it and I'm happy and that's what I'm gonna live as.
Oh my gosh.
I'm obsessed with oozes. I don't know why. I just love them so much.
Don't forget, we need to find another pool of goop for your ammo.
Yeah, that's one source of a catalyst. There's probably more.
Yeah, like all that blood that I see on the map.
Maybe. That's
Well, when we're
something.
not being, assaulted, I may try to grab some samples of this shit. But yeah.
Where did we come in at?
the
grand
right in
hall.
front of the where the green vines are, sort of that small doorway on the very far right.
That's as small as I get. Trying to make a square, but
Is there a like a size? I think they're pretty small.
well, I'm trying to maintain them being recognizable.
Yeah. And then
Well, once you zoom in, it'll be easier to see too.
I'm sending him in first. That's his fucking job.
And then what you see in this room in front of you is sort of a spot to either side, the two pillars in front of you, and then there was 4 statues. You can see one to your right still, it's untouched, which is the statue of a drow. And then across from it is a broken statue where there's like a big flower pod sitting right there right now. And same on the other two, what were statues with the stars. There's sort of like a big flower pod sitting there. And then there's sort of like almost like a wall of vines in between where you see these those other two pillars behind that. And beyond that, it's kind of hard to see. I would actually need perception checks from you guys to see through the thick wall of vines.
You have a +1.
Woo! And I rolled a 19.
So Shae has
shit.
a 20.
Dirty
I'm
20?
perceptive sometimes.
Perception plus 10, 16.
16. And
Yeah.
Dis?
26.
26. So, Volsung, you're sort of looking, but you're sort of taken in by the smell. That corpse flower smell is just putrid here. It's thick, and it's sort of taking your mind off of all the other perception at the moment. And as Brynn, you can see like that vine wall sort of twitches, and beyond that, you can see there's definitely light, more light source over there, like similar to the flowers. And as you're sort of looking through, you can see the bioluminescent almost trails kind of actually go along the vines, but it's really dim. And then there's little buds on the vines you can see that are closed, where the translucent wires or veins sort of go to, or the bioluminescent veins go to. Dis, with your spot, as the vine wall sort of fluxes, you can see the light beyond there, but with your elven eyes, you can actually see a giant flower pod on the other side, the one that you saw from your vision. So you definitely know that whatever's on the other side of this wall is the source, or like the heart or the brain of this plant structure. And destroying
I was
that,
going to say the butt.
the butt, yes, the root,
Yeah.
the butt, destroying that, the taint of the
Looks like
plant.
a butt.
Titties.
So put the plant in the taint, yeah.
Yes, you destroy the taint of the plant, and it will break away. But you think if you destroy that it won't have any control to constrict, and the vines will eventually become brittle and die off and decay. The place will still be ruins at that point, but it won't be completely destroyed. And another thing you guys notice, that where the statues are in the second spot that are still standing, and the one that's not covered, there's sort of, it's not just statue and stone. There's mechanical parts to it. There's pieces of like seams, and in the seams there's like little bits of light that sort of move every now and then. It's almost like there's a power structure in here that's trying to turn on, but then it goes like powers down. So there's like a little pulse of light that kind of comes from the statues as well.
Okay, so when you're talking about the vine wall, do you mean this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the green vine wall basically goes from wall to wall right there, and it's like to move through it, you'd have to try and basically make an athletics check to get through, or an acrobatics check to space through as it's like flexing, to get to the other side.
Interesting.
At least in this current, the way the battlefield is situated right now. And then there's the flower pods that are on those where those statues were. So you know that this isn't just a stone temple. There's some sort of power on in here. And at the top of the roof, there's these sort of bars that are pulsing with the statues, like there's lights trying to come on. But as you guys sort of collect yourself and take in the sights, you can see those flower pods sort of fold open, and they have a very similar red, green, and yellow texture and color to them as the flowers from outside. And when they open, the smell gets even thicker, and you get a sense that if you didn't have the protection to poison, that this would be having a serious effect on your body. But that's where we can keep the same initiative if you guys want to, since it's sort of the same area, or we can re-roll. It's up to you guys if you want a better chance. Ugh.
I mean, I'm
up to you
fine
guys.
keeping it.
I'm fine with keeping it.
Okay. So Kronos was at a 16. You were at a 27. And boom, the buds are at a 5, and then you were at a 4, so you're after them. Shae. Okay. Boom. I got initiative. Dis, you're first. You sort of come down. You guys all get this information in. Volsung sort of holding his nose, like, I thought it smelled bad on the outside. And
I thought Shae wasn't Shae at an 8, a 4 plus 4 for her initiative?
Oh, was it 4 plus 4? I just heard 4.
Yeah, because her roll was
Okay.
a 4, and then she has a plus 4 on initiative.
Gotcha. I'll move it up to 8 instead of 4 then. Boom. So you're above the buds.
Woohoo!
You would have been tied with the Gorillion then, so it would have been the same same scenario either way. So I didn't cheat anyone out of any space.
Yeah, no. It made sense in the last one. It just seemed a little low for this.
So 8. So Dis, yeah, you are first. And did you send Kirby in?
Partially.
Okay. So
Like,
there's
good is what I'm saying.
okay. So it flies in, sort of does a turnabout in the air, and nothing strikes out or lashes out or anything besides the flowers opening. There's no real reaction besides like the natural twitches you think that the plant's doing from the stimulus outside that just happened. It's sort of gathering its surroundings, trying to figure out what just happened.
All right,
and
I'm gonna do something pretty fucked up.
Okay.
Is my position right, or would you like me to move back or anything like that?
Wherever you want to put yourself when the initiative starts is fine with me. I figured you were going first, but yeah.
Okay.
I figured that was the marching.
So, what I'm gonna do is take half my movement, and then I am going to shadow step. Would help if I did it on the right thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
That's the pod, right?
Yep.
Onto the pod.
I'm going to pull out
Death
the
totem.
rod of fuck you.
I'm sorry. The stick you were given?
The death totem.
There you go.
And break it.
All right. So that is going to be 10d8, but you don't have to roll because this is a plant, and it just does max damage. So, can you go ahead and let's see? It is a blight, so I think it's just one creature. I think blight's not a area. I'm pretty sure it's just a creature spells. Yeah. Okay. Creature over a creature choice you can see within range. You obviously chose that. So that's 80 damage right to it off the top. Boom! As that happens, you see the vine wall sort of flux and almost goes limp. It just drops down, and those flowers, vines start whipping up from them and just kind of like crazily whipping around the room. And where once was a very calm, serene sort of picture in front of you immediately snaps and turns violent as this inhuman sound of air escaping tight plant matter just sort of like squeals and screeches as everything moves at once. And you see as the wall goes flat, Dis sort of attempting to hang on to the vines that are holding like tied to the wall over the blood pool, and snapping the stick in one hand as it just sort of this black energy washes over the veins and or the vines as it sort of washes over towards you and kind of out into the temple, into the vines beyond. And that is a movement bonus action. So that's Dis, but I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. This should be good. You should be okay. Or not, sorry, not dexterity. Yeah, dexterity. It's dexterity.
Acrobatics? Or just dex?
It's a dex save because it's being kind of imposed on you from the...
17.
17. So you grab onto one of the vines, and it sort of lowers, and you're sort of hovering just above the blood pool. And yeah. When you look down at it, you can see the reflection in the pool isn't you, but is a figure of the spectral form you talked to or tried to communicate with, the very first one that came out to you.
The purple thing?
Yeah, that
Gotcha.
you couldn't quite tell if it was Drow or High Elf. And then it is going to be... Oh, whoops, sorry. I just flipped my page over. Yeah, Luke. I went to grab my page and fucking knocked it down. Oh. So the layer's awake. Layer. So this is here. And then Kronos, Volsung.
Yes.
Yeah, it's your turn.
All right. So it's just utter fucking chaos in front of us now, huh?
Yeah, there's 3 pods that are flower pods that are open and lashing. Then there's the one giant one that this is now currently hanging on over a pool of blood.
Riding like a
surfing it.
bunking bronco. Like a
All of the
defiant
edge.
bunking bronco.
Yeah. Feed me, Seymour.
Yeah. Feed me, Seymour. You tried to kill me, Seymour. Now I'm gonna eat your ass. So the closest one I'm going to shoot with the web ring, poison ring, AK-47. Just gonna try to.
You get the
wrap it up.
sense that with the information Sue told you that poison isn't going to do shit to these things.
All right, fine. Let's see what else do I got. Ooh.
She's getting into my stash of drugs.
Poison's not going to do anything. But the mold.
Remember, she told you to stick to necrotic means.
Damn.
Right.
He can say it.
I know he can say it, but I mean, should he?
We can't say that. But
Thank
he
you,
can say
Antoine.
it.
I appreciate that.
I mean, you can say whatever you want. There's just
Luke really
consequences.
Antoine, we
Right.
love you.
Luke really didn't sound like a black.
All right. I guess just the
doesn't
web
matter.
ring then. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put the mold earth on. And
Okay. So are you going to
and-
bonus action switch out the rings?
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
And then put the mold earth ring on, and try to build up. Let's see. Shifter stone. Difficult terrain.
Antoine, can I just say, we've
Can I,
missed you in the chat.
Like basically build a wall in front of the pods in front of us.
Oh yeah,
Like,
seal me in.
Not seal you in, but like the one that's over in the alcove over there, like make a wall in front of it so we can get by.
So it molds earth. This is all worked stone and metal. It moves
So
earth. Yeah, it's just like the cantrip.
Okay, so that's not even gonna really do anything.
Wow, talk about a callback to our first episode.
Yeah, right.
Johnny Cage, I don't know, all gringos
All
sound
right.
the same. What about, I agree,
Yeah, those-
on the wall.
Then I might as well just
Gotta
stick
keep
the
those
web
plant
ring
people
on
out.
then.
The plants aren't sending their best.
Yeah.
All right.
Sending pod people.
Never mind about the switching the ring. Then I'll just use the web ring on the AK, and I'll just try to wrap up the closest plant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Web the thing that tries to root you. That's
I mean,
awesome.
you could always,
I'm-
use the spell that you never hesitate to use when we're in the way.
I mean, I could
mean, that is
shoot
so
lightning
true.
directly at the thing that you're on. Would you like me to do that?
What's
you could
the,
pick one of the other three,
Or the wall.
or the pool of blood.
Let's see.
Maybe not that.
Probably don't want to do that at the pool of blood.
None of us is in the blood.
Yeah.
15 DC. Okay, so it's a 15 DC. I had to look that up. And so yeah, okay. So you web it up, but the vines that are whipping around with too much force and ferocity that they actually the web doesn't seem to grab hold and tie it up. Sort of just becomes a mess because they make the strength save.
Wait, I'm sorry. So is this like something's flipping around and Luke just shot a can of
Silly
silly
string.
string?
Silly string, yeah.
So now it's just
Imagine
like flopping everywhere.
a bunch of
All right,
a
that
kid
did
with like
not
6
work like I
arms.
thought it was going to.
Now the plant
could
has
have.
turned into a spaghetti.
could have.
monster.
It could have, yeah, it could have webbed up all of its tendrils, and they got 4. So I mean, that actually would have been a good thing. But they had a pretty good strength. Pretty good strength.
How about you don't shoot lightning?
Some person has a different idea.
Paint
possible.
your face blue.
I'll just use thunderclap. There you go.
Blew yourself?
Thunderclap of your butt cheeks.
Yep. There we go.
Thunderclap them cheeks. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
God.
That's a whole different,
Uh-huh.
different meaning
You're
than
all
clap
awful.
back.
All right. Well, that was my action. What am I gonna do with my bonus action?
And Shae's still got the things that last 10 minutes. So it hasn't been 10 minutes since the last encounter.
Okay.
Wait, what do I have the last 10 minutes?
Oh, the Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration, you still have it.
Oh, right.
All right. I guess
You
I'm.
should
I guess
still
I'm.
get a D8 you can add to.
Now, are there 3 plants?
There's 3 flower buds, yeah. In
Okay.
each of these little hallway like cubbies
alcove
where there's
things, yeah.
vines, there's one, yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna move in and up towards the alcove that does not have vines, but not all the way to the alcove.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then
I'm
that will be
doing
the end of
things.
my action.
You said the one that doesn't have the vines?
Yeah, the one that does not
Okay.
have the vine.
Gotcha.
It's there.
Well, not all the way over there. Right about there. Yeah.
And the
You.
layer just woke up. So layer gets skipped for round 1, and it's Mama Plant's turn.
Uh-oh.
Stench can't do that. Doot. Plant's woken up, so it has this. Okay, so 4 attacks. We have disadvantage. No pun intended. 8. So what's it's to hit again? 11. So 19 misses. It's actually a chance.
19
chance.
is my AC, just to let you know.
Oh, okay. Sick. So 1, even with the not disadvantage because it hits you. So you get hit by a tendril. One of the tendrils lashes up out of the blood and wraps around you. It wraps around your neck, and so 8 plus 6 does 14 bludgeoning damage as it constricts around your neck, and it reels you 25 feet, but it reels you down into the blood, and it feels like it was pulling you through the blood, like it was going to pull you somewhere else, but as you enter the blood, something happens. You get a voice in your head. It's strange. It says, "It's true then. We're not all lost. I was hoping our senses had not failed us in death. This is a truly remarkable day. We have much to speak about." And then you sort of come to up out of the blood, and it is going to make its bite attack on you. Doot. Well, normally it would have it. So yeah, okay. 19 on the die. 16. So it's going to be, as you sort of come up out of the blood and the redness sort of comes out of your eyes, all you see in front of you is the opening bud and a maw of sharp teeth inside that are sort of twisting and flexing with the muscles. And it crunches down on you, doing 22 piercing damage. And it swallows you. So you're blinded, restrained. You have total cover from the outside. And at the start of your turn, you'll take acid damage. But you should still be good, I think. Yeah. 30 damage to... Okay, yeah, that's all. And that was all of its attacks to do that. And so it goes to Shae.
Is the square I'm in a good square to still be in?
Yeah, you basically
Okay.
just got reeled by one of the vines, pulled down, and it tried to whip you into its mouth. So you basically got pulled right back to the same spot.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And actually, Shae, right before your turn, you notice the plant actually moves with incredible speed and lashes out at you right before your turn. It seems like it did it very fast. Yeah, that misses. So 3 on the dice. 14. Yeah, 14. Sick. One of the vines goes to miss you, and you just sort of slice with your axe, and it's your turn. As it used one of its legendary actions.
One of its legendary actions and missed me.
Yep.
What's the reach on these things? Do we have any idea?
Oh, they're very far. I think it's a 60-foot reach, or
So like no matter where I go, they can reach me in this.
it's 50. So
So still yes.
yeah. Anywhere in this room.
Cool.
Good to know I moved out of harm's way.
Yeah, you did dick all.
Even technically, the one here
Yeah,
reach
could
you.
still reach.
That's the one that has the crazy long reach, yeah.
Oh.
The little one specifically, give me a perception check or a survival check, Brynn. Sort of
The
take
little
in.
ones are the ones I was looking to avoid currently.
Gotcha. Theirs
Plus
is
five.
25, so it's still, yeah, it's
24.
still 24. Yeah, they seem like they can reach across the room almost, but not into that cubby. So you can say you moved to see. You have enough movement. You could have moved into the cubby if you wanted to a little more, just out of reach. Because they can reach 25, so that's 10, 25. So.
I mean, fuck it.
And then their reel is 25.
Brutal.
So the only one that can reach you where you're at is the one that just ate me.
Right. Can you go back to my sheet for a second? Okay, so if I throw Axie, how far can I throw it?
So I believe, let me look real quick.
With
Brynn.
returning.
Literally just had the sheet open. Where'd it go? Oh, it fucking refreshed. I think it's 60 feet with disadvantage and 20 feet with normal.
Okay. Yeah, alright, I see it.
When you
That's only when it's awakened. It's not awakened, it's dormant.
it says awaken there. So
It is awakened. It's
it is.
awakened. It just because it can. The next stage is exalted. It goes to sleep, awakened, and exalted. And you
then
technically
it's
awakened it
120
last.
foot.
Yeah, for awakened, it's 100.
That's the fireball ability. That turns it into a fireball specifically. It says if you read the whole ability, when you hurl the spear, which it should be axe, you speak a command word that transforms it into a mote of fire that you can then goes 120 feet. So you only have that 120 feet if you're throwing it as a fireball. If you're throwing the axe, it's 20 to 60.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw it as a fireball.
And okay.
So I was gonna throw it specifically at because there's that wall in front of us, right? And so I can't. As far as I saw, Dis kind of just disappeared on the other side of a fucking vine wall.
When Dis did that damage, the wall is sort of fluctuated, so the DC to pass through it or to attack through it has lessened. So you can throw the magic fireball or something through there if you want. Your axe and stuff like something bigger than the fireball, I would make you make a check. But with the magic, you can just sling magic through it. And Dis being inside the plant has total cover, so you actually wouldn't hit Dis, and you wouldn't hit you guys either. But you wouldn't hit if you blow it up there. Boom. Yeah, if you blow it up right at the wall, you can hit those 2 pods and then the big one too. So they'll make checks, which is your
Splash damage. Noise.
4 plus 4, so 6 DC.
fire damage.
Yeah, with a DC of 16. because I just had to calculate that real quick, and it does not make it. So it's going to take, I mean, it has resistance to fire, but it's going to take full damage before it gets halved.
Sweet. There's no point in doing it if you can't hit Diz. Damn, Johnny. Okay, so roll for damage, or...
Yeah, roll 8d6. Or you can, if you want me to roll in here, I can. It just depends on what you want.
It just can...
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to click that. Ignore mine.
22.
22? Okay, so 11. 11. And that's your action. You still have movement and bonus.
Am I still raging, or did that...
That went away.
encounter?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
what I figured.
So you could re-rage. You could...
No, I'll just stay.
Do you want to move?
To
Or you
where?
good?
Everything can still hit me.
Well, it can still hit you. These... I think
Have
your
a
one...
25-foot range.
I think you're one
And then-
square good.
Also, if you read the ability with the fireball at the end, it says this property can't be used again until the next dawn or next time you enter a rage. So if you enter a rage, it also refreshes the fireball on your axe. Just a heads up.
Oh, fuck it. Go ahead. Let's rage again.
So fireball comes back. You can use that again next turn. You take half damage. Okay, and that's bonus action. So then, if that's the end of your turn,
Yep.
another legendary action. This time on Volsung. 5 on the die, so that's a 16. Does not hit you. And it is the Bud's turn. So
This bud's for you.
only
What a 90s callback.
Thank you. Spuds McKenzie appears.
2 attacks. So 21. Shae, I miss with a 10 and a 17. Volsung, 25 is going to hit. So,
Okay. And does that with my advantage taken into account?
oh, that's a good point. I forgot about your advantage. Let me reroll those 2 attacks just to make sure. A 10 on the die and a 9 on the die. So, no, that's a 17 and a 16. So, no, those do not hit because of your foresight. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
And the ones missed Brynn on their natural 2 attacks. Because the other
Never
one can't hit
underestimate
either of you.
the old tech of the pen and pad.
Hold on, I have a
And-
special ability that I keep forgetting.
Other Bud can't hit anyone, so he doesn't get to do his 2 attacks. Doesn't get to reel because they missed. So then it goes back to Dis, and it doesn't get its legendary action because the Buds are technically part of it. So yeah, Dis, it's your turn.
Boop.
Use another charge, and just so you know, you're
No.
blinded, so you have to use the Become Shadow because the other ones you have to be able to see where you're going. So you have to use a charge to get out of there like that.
And then I will cast... Well, if I'm going to get charged for 500 feet, then I'm back here.
Yeah, you can go as far back as you want.
I mean, you can even go behind me. Just because not seriously.
Hide. No, just kidding.
like just literally just like went straight behind me and then is like peeking around. Like,
Nope.
I don't want to be here.
Wow. Let's see. At the start of my next turn, a d6. I rolled a 4, so no. I'm going to use that charge because that was the other thing. Just housekeeping on my sheet.
Yeah, you're good.
I cast Mirror Image. And for my bonus action, since I had a move, I had an action, then my bonus action, I will hide.
Give me that roll. Yeah, you're definitely hidden.
28.
Yeah. That's above even what it can sense, so yeah, definitely hidden.
So this just blinked out of all existence.
I disappeared.
You
At the end of your turn, it's going to use a layer action, not knowing you're immune to poison. And you see those flowers that were shut on all of the vines that are around the room and on the roof. They sort of open up and spray this like purple pollen into the air, and like the whole place gets obscured, like lightly obscured. It gets really hard to see through the area. And yeah, you guys don't have to make any checks or anything because you're immune to poison. But yeah, that's the layer action. And then it is Thanos.
Let's see. I'm shit.
Oh, and roll me a d6.
Was this to recharge the thing?
Yeah, or did you already roll it?
I already rolled it. I got a 4.
Okay.
So it didn't...
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm
mirror...
remembering.
Yeah. But my mirror image is active.
Yep. And you get to roll the d20 on that, right?
Yes, and it's 3 duplicates.
So I think you have to roll like a 8 or 5 or higher or something for the first one.
6 or higher.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right,
That's a dope. I love mirror image.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast my my armor of Agathis
Nice.
at a second level.
Okay.
So that's regain 10
10.
temporary hit points, and then
Yes. Yes, I would.
10 temporary hit points, and it'll be 10 necrotic damage.
Nice. Oh yeah.
When a creature,
Hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna touch you. And if they don't take all the health away, it stays and still does 10 damage, which is dope. I love that spell. It's a good one.
Yeah.
And it's an action, I think, right?
Yeah. That's my action. So, let's see. Bonus. Let's see. 30 feet down.
You're immune to sleep.
Sugar Pimpan strong. I'll come in there and use Pimpan on all the plants.
Pimp Hand is technically a spell. Bigby's hand.
Oh my gosh.
It's a big
That's
purple magic
awesome.
hand.
How do I upgrade my mage hand?
Right?
You take Bigby's spell. Or
Mage
Bigby's
hand
hand.
strong.
Yeah. Mage hand strong.
The psychic damage, is that a spell?
I guess blood roll.
The bardic, the psychic blades, which
You
I
have to
cannot
hit with an
fucking
attack.
find.
You have to hit with an attack.
Okay.
And then you spend your
Alright.
bonus action to add the damage to it, yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. No. I guess I'm good.
Okay.
Brynn, you still have that.
Hang it.
You still have that D8, right? You haven't used it yet. Okay. Yeah. I'm good.
And then after your turn, it's going to use one of its legendary actions and try to grab one of you motherfuckers because it can't grab anybody. And it's got disadvantage, and that's a good roll. So let's see. That's a 17 first. Let's see. Oh, it almost hit a 17 again, but that's a 9. There's a 9, but hold on. That's a 20. A 9 on the dice is plus 11, what's the attack, so a 20. Does that hit?
For who?
Who are you talking to?
Volsung.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Armor is 18.
Okay, just double checking. I want to make sure.
Which was
Unless
like
you
something
use
about
your
it.
shield spell.
Well, I know someone. That's true.
Yeah, do you want to use
Well, I
shield?
mean,
Do you have any slots for it?
I got one of them left. I've literally used all of my first level spots just for shields.
That's what they're for.
That's what they're for.
Yeah, all right, shield.
Oh shit. Okay. So that legendary action is gone.
Oh.
Once again, it tries to lash around you, and you sort of just do a psychic scream and for blast the tendril off. And that's
You could at least
was
make
after-
it waka-ka-ka.
So now it's its actual turn. Each of you will hid, so each of you will get Volsung and Brynn will get 2. You have disadvantage. So that's a 2 on the die, which misses. This one's 15. Come on, be something good. Be something good. Nope, natural 1. So it misses Volsung. These ones aren't disadvantage. 9. Does a 20 hit you, Brynn?
So I had a question about Brynn's AC.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
her armor class is 20, but you told me that the armor also counts as with a shield too.
That's what it. So it's not
That's
magical.
bonus.
The other armor was magical +2. This is just a +2 shield bonus. It's not. It was the same armor rating. One was just magical armor, and you
So
switched
there's
them for.
no point in me giving her this armor, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I said that the AC wasn't going to change because one was magical, one was a shield bonus. I said that the +2s worked differently. Yeah. And they look different. One is like plate barbarian armor, and one is like commando space armor.
This is Fashion Souls. This is...
No. Oh no, there was the benefit was there's no disadvantage on stealth. Remember?
Oh yeah,
That was it.
yeah. 9-foot stealther. Okay, that
At least
yeah.
she's not making a lot of noise.
A 20 hits her.
Anymore.
Okay, so and then an 18 plus 11 is going to be 29, so that's going to hit. But you're raging, so it's going to be I'm having it both or have to 6, so that's going to be 12 damage total.
Are you tracking her damage, by the way?
12 damage total. No, I didn't know if I was supposed to be tracking it because you guys are rolling, so I'll start.
I can't change anything. I can't actually log in.
Okay, so.
But this is the first time I've actually taken damage.
Yeah, like
Well, in this form, yeah.
yeah.
I was tracking the cat form damage.
Right, but this is the first time I've taken like damage on my sheet, which means that it would be
12.
the temporary.
Yeah.
Yeah, cat, I hear you, buddy. Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
Oh no.
So you're swallowed with a natural 20. This is going to hurt, but you're a barbarian. So there's at least that one small solace. Okay. I'm just going to double it. Oh man. And I have to roll super high. I'm going to reroll. I'm not going to double. I'm going to reroll. That's an 18, 24. Oh, of course. At least I rolled lower. 34, 38 plus 6. So 44 halves 22 piercing damage is a tendril sort of lashes out, wraps around you, and pulls you away from Dis down the hall into the gullet of the beast. 50 feet, right? 20,
So
30,
all the
40,
way
50.
into the
Boom!
main.
Yep.
Solid.
Okay.
So, and where Dis just was.
Yeah.
Because as the little bitch it hit under behind me, now I'm the one that gets
Yeah.
thrown back.
Plant just blindly lashes out and latches onto you.
It's like, oh, got you. It's like, you feel different. You're bigger. Why are you bigger?
You must be swelling.
And that was its turn. So then it goes to Shae's turn. It's at the start. This damage, though, is acid damage, and you don't have teleport to get out of here in an instant. So 6, 15, 18. 24 acid damage, but it's your turn. You're restrained and blinded, and you can't attack in here with both of your attacks.
So
You just have
she's
disadvantage.
You said it was how much acid? 20.
20 or no, so 6. 21.
Okay.
21.
So is that halved because of her rage?
No, that acid damage doesn't get halved. It's just piercing and bludgeoning and stuff. So 12 plus
109.
21 is 33. Whoa. Shoot, shoot.
Yeah, so what's my HP at?
You have 33 down from your total.
Okay.
And that's including the 17. So that it comes off the 17 first.
Yeah.
So, you're still above 100, I think. Yeah. You're
Okay.
still above 100, I
110,
believe.
if my math is right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since I can't really do anything else, I'm just gonna swing Axie inside this bitch.
So these have disadvantage, but you still have the Bardic Inspiration. So you can roll twice. If it's super, super low, you don't have to use the Bardic Inspiration. But if you think it's close enough to hit its AC, then you can use the Bardic Inspiration to try and nudge it out or whatever. And you think it's pretty easy to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Not as-
inside the thing.
Yeah.
So 22.
Well, yeah, 22 definitely hits. And that's with disadvantage.
Yeah. She
Damn.
rolled a 22 and a 23 were the
Nice.
were the two.
I love that. Fucking barbarians. And you still
Yes.
got 2d6 or 2d extra fire damage.
So it's 1d12 plus 2d8,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I think that's right.
1d12.
Yeah.
2d8.
Plus 6, plus 3, so plus 9 for the rage total.
Plus 6 plus 9.
No.
No, plus 9
Plus
total. So it'd
9
be
total.
the
Okay. 17
Ooh. For the first attack.
to its taint.
Yes.
And what was the fire damage on that? Just out of curiosity.
Let's see.
The
here.
2d8s.
Hold on. 7.
Okay.
And then your second attack.
So what was the Bardic Inspiration?
A d8. You roll a d8 and add it.
Okay. Fuck. Alright,
So that's a 20.
I know.
Ooh, that hits.
Is it still disadvantage though?
Yeah.
So 18.
18 hits.
And then it's 1d12 plus 2d8 again.
Yep. Plus 9.
2d8.
And let's double check your rage stuff because you get cool rage bonuses from.
So 11 plus 9 is 20.
Ooh.
And the fire was 7.
Yes. So you do 17 plus 14 total damage to it with the reduction of the fire damage from its resistance. And you cut a slice open in the plant muscle and you sort of slide out as it flexes. And when it's trying to swallow you, it actually spits you out. And give me a athletics check with you, which you have advantage.
So 19 plus 7, or 19 plus 8 is
27.
27.
Whew. So as it sort of is about to push you out, you realize it's coming. You reach your hand out, grab the side, pull yourself out, and leap. And you sort of grab one of the vines that's whipping around. It's using to grab people. It's sort of attached to the ceiling. And as you grab it, it sort of swings you Tarzan over and it rips down from the ceiling and puts you into the square in front of the blood. So she didn't fall in the blood.
Yay!
And you still have movement and bonus action, except for you minus 5 movement from that sort of swing. So you have 35
Okay.
movement and your bonus action.
Can you go back to the thing I was counting?
So 7 squares.
All right, so I'm gonna move back towards Dis. All the way to right in front of you. Right there.
Nice.
And
That's it.
okay. And your rage is fulfilled because you took damage.
Yep.
And did damage. Holy shit.
Did damage and took damage, and that's,
Awesome.
Whoop, 121. That is.
And that's how you
at
make
the
a
end.
salad. Thanks, some person. I try.
Salad. We're gonna rename Axie to Salad Shooter.
Fuck. So close, Volsung. So close. As she breaks the vine down and lands on the ground, sort of pulling the vine down next to her, another vine sort of rips off the ceiling and starts to shoot up down the hall and try to grab Volsung, but he just sort of moves the scythe real quick and cuts it. Then after
It's
Shae,
like, no.
it buds and only 5 to 50. And Shae moved, so moving past. That's gonna be 1, 2, 7. That's not gonna hit. These guys have another 7 on the die. 12 plus 7. So 12. That's 21. 21 is gonna hit.
You said 12 plus 7?
Oh shit.
That's
Sorry,
That's
that's 19.
19.
That's 19.
I was like,
Thank you.
on.
Thank you. I'm glad I said that out loud.
Holy shit, the non-cyborg half just corrected math.
It's the first time for everything.
I know. It's osmosis, babe.
yeah.
So that misses. So the opportunity attacks all miss. And on their turns, one can reach Brynn and one can reach Volsung. So those attacks are on their turn, not the opportunity. So 7. Okay. 18 plus 7, 25. Volsung?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That hits him.
That hits.
Not only would it have hit anyway, but he's out of spell slots to give himself
Yep.
23 AC.
So 4 plus 4. That's going to be 8 damage, piercing damage, as the thorns of the vine sort of slap into you and wrap around you and pull tight. And then it's going to reel you, which it can only, so 5, 10, 15. So it moves him 15 feet right and adjacent to the star statue next to him with the vines. And it's going to attempt to bite. And that's with disadvantage. So
Okay, you said it moved him 15 feet. 1, 2.
Yeah, that's 15. Yeah.
Okay.
And disadvantage, that was high. Oh, would have been a natural 20 if it wasn't for disadvantage. But
Would have been a natural
So-
20.
And
if
you said
only
that was 8
was.
it took,
It was
or
allowed
that
to
it
be.
gave me 8 piercing.
yeah, it only did 8. It only did 8 damage to you.
Okay,
They roll
and
a-
it takes
roll.
10 necrotic for
Yep.
attacking me.
Boom. Ooh, it does not like that.
I bet it doesn't.
It does not like that, and it's gonna bite with a 19, and that is your AC, correct?
18. So yeah.
8. So it does hit. It takes another 10. So as it bites down on you, it realizes that it made the wrong choice in meal, as you take 22 piercing damage from the bite.
Okay.
But
so
then you see the plant go over Volsung and bite down, and then immediately repulse and roll back as the plant starts to turn black and wilt as he sort of just slides out of it and stands back up.
Bite him
It's
again.
better. Indigestion.
And as that pod dies, some of the more of the wall goes slack, and basically at this point, that wall, since all the necrotic damage has been done to it, the wall is basically null and void. It's not a wall anymore. It's just vines on the ground that are slithering like snakes, kind of at this point. You can see the violent, the ferocity is being drained out of this plant. That was the bud's turn. So Dis, your turn.
I attack the darkness. I am using another 5 charges on my bow.
Yep.
To shoot at the one in the blood pool is still alive, correct? The one that just
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Does a 18 hit it?
Yeah, and 18 does hit its AC.
Okay. Uh, 48.
And this one is just 6d8. There's no sneak attack for this because no one's engaged with it right now. Oh, you hid. You hid, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You used your turn out. Yeah, never mind. So 48, you said?
Yes.
And that's all weapon damage. So and it's magic, so that goes through. Yeah. There's no minusing of damage. 169 damage done to this thing so far. Oh wait, plus 10 for the bud, so 179 because the bud was killed. So that's another 10 damage. Boom. And that's just your attack, so you still have bonus to hide and movement if you want it.
So my stealth is a 25.
Okay, heard. I might be able to get that if I roll a 9 fucking teen. Nope, an 8. So. At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action. And it misses with a 3. And then in round 20, which is a layer action, it's going to use something that actually affects everyone. It's going to center it on there, so that's 20 feet. So it doesn't affect... I can't get Volsung in it, so it's actually going to aim for Brynn. I mean, Dis will be in it, but it's not really aiming at Dis. Doesn't know where Dis is. I need a wisdom saving throw as the layer sort of gets bright and sort of in your area. There's this kaleidoscope of lights as the petals around the vines in that area on the roof start to shine. This like kaleidoscoping pattern on the ground.
So you rolled a 14.
14.
I rolled.
And you have advantage on wisdom saves. Remember from this from the
Oh, so I
from the
can do
meal.
it again?
Oh.
Yep.
Jesus.
15.
Shoot. 15 and
19.
19.
19. So the 19, you get a sense of that feeling you had before where you want to stop, but the 19 actually shakes you out of it. The 15, however, you are similar to what you were before. You can't move or anything, but this time you feel that the seizing of your muscles isn't just like a lackadaisical enthrallment. Your muscles seize, your heart stops beating, and you're paralyzed.
Oh, that sucks.
Um,
That really sucks.
That's the layer action, and then Kronos, it's your turn. No one's been crit. Who looks the most hurt out of you guys? You think would it be Brynn?
Probably.
Because
No.
Kirby's been holding his action. So
Well, it would be me if they could see me.
okay. So well, it's actually got a connection with you. So if you are that, it would know. So
I'm at about 3/4 of my health.
you know what? It's gonna mass cure. Everyone is going to heal 18 hit points. As the crow that's flying around the room or the raven trying to find a place to land, but can't because vines are whipping everywhere. And it sort of shines at this bright light that counteracts the light of the layer, and you all sort of get this warm healing sensation. Heal for 18.
I actually think that puts you back at
Mm-hmm.
full.
And then it's Kronos still. And I have to use the restroom. I can still hear you, so I'll be right back. It will take me just a sec.
Actually, I'm going to use the restroom as well.
I hate you both.
Sorry.
Sorry. You're like a real quick.
Alright.
Sorry.
So how's everyone doing tonight?
Thanks everyone who's been watching this whole time. We're hopefully gonna kill this plant thing in a minute. Maybe.
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 I'd like to see Volsung kill the one he's at. You and I could focus down this one and then both turn on that one. But
If we kill that one, the other one should die.
but that was the last oh my god use of my bow.
Nice.
So now I'm down to doing 66 plus whatever weapon damage.
I mean, I've got
Unless I can assassinate it, but I don't think I can because it has to be not surprised, but yeah.
I've got an antimatter rifle I can fire if I wasn't paralyzed.
So wait,
And you don't want to really fire that in the temple you're trying to protect because it destroys the environment.
I know. I know.
Ugh. But you do have that fireball again.
Yeah, when
that's
I'm
just-
not
that's just magic
paralyzed.
I mean, would my character know that if she takes damage, then she would snap out of?
That's not how that works. This is paralyzed. This is not the one from before, and the other one doesn't work that way either.
They could poke you.
I'm paralyzed.
can try.
I'm not like stunned or something.
You should read the paralyzed conditions. It's freaking nasty. It's so bad. So, paralyzed. Since you are paralyzed, I'll tell you. You're incapacitated, so you can't move or speak or take actions. You automatically fail strength dex saving throws. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and any attack that hits you within 5, if the attacker's within 5 feet, so these tendrils don't count, but the bites do. It's a crit. It's an auto crit. Any attack. So if you were to get swarmed by enemies while you're paralyzed, every single attack is a critical. It's basically like you're getting assassinated. Yeah, that's why Hold Person is such a nasty spell.
Also,
Damn.
your rage ended.
I am aware.
Well, that's unconsciousness.
Yeah, no, paralyzed doesn't end the rage, and you've attacked. So if you get attacked and get hit in the paralyzed, you'll still be good actually.
Oh, nice. So you could still have your critical attack. Then they're just normal attacks.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna fucking shoot the thing from where I'm at. I'm gonna shoot the main pod from where I'm
the
at.
big guy?
'cause
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the big guy with just the normal AK.
Fuck yeah. So you turn
yeah,
the rings off.
Yep, take the rings off, just normal AK. And
It's
yeah.
radiant damage, so it's gonna all go through because they're lasers. Pew pew pew.
Excellent.
Whatever happened to that radiant handgun?
All right, so.
I
Oh
get
yeah,
that
you
to
should.
Kirby, damn it.
Yeah.
All right,
Haha.
so.
The crows got it now.
Bust a cap in him. What the fuck?
No,
28.
technically,
Killed us all.
that hits.
Okay.
Technically,
So-
Johnny's got the laser pistol.
All right, so 3.
Motherfucker.
3d8 plus 6.
I can't with the woo woo woo.
That's it. I have to cleanse it.
So 8. 8 damage.
Wait, all that math for 8? Sorry.
Yeah. I was waiting for them to be done, yes.
Okay.
Doesn't it have auto fire or burst damage? Or it's a fucking AK.
Oh, plus 6. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
3d8 plus 6, yeah.
Plus 6.
5, 6, then 2, so 8, then plus 6,
14.
so 12.
21? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, 21.
Did
Sure,
you just
why
say
not?
5, 6, and 2 is 8?
5
Two
plus
and
1 is 6,
Oh,
plus another
Plus
2 is 8.
8 plus 6 is 14.
I said that wrong, but I knew what I meant. 5 plus 1 is 6, plus another 2 is 8, then plus
Carry
6
the
is
one.
12.
No, 8 plus 6 is 14.
14, not
Nope.
12.
It's not. I didn't mean 6. It was another 1. 5 plus
Ooh.
1 is 6.
As those laser bolts hit into the center of it, you can see that where the bolts hit, it sort of actually starts to light it on fire, but it's burning like blue, almost like a blue purple where the bolts hit, and sort of the fire's staying consistent. It's not burning or igniting, but it's staying like a cherried, like ember where those laser bolts hit, and sort of and sort of just. And it is your movement and bonus.
All right.
On my turn,
Can
I'm
I-
crafting a proton.
Wait,
pack.
does that have to be a melee attack? The psychic blades, or creature
It's
with a weapon
melee,
attack?
I think, but let's see. Does it
Let's
say
see, when
weapon
you hit-
attack?
When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 use of your Bardic Inspiration to deal an extra 3d6 psychic damage to that target. You can do so only once per round on your turn.
Yeah, that means you can use your bonus action to add 3d6. Go ahead and roll that
Right.
3d6.
All right.
Beautiful bean footage.
Yep.
3d6.
I'm gonna laugh so hard. If you
5 plus 1, that's 6. Here we go again. Plus 2, that's 8.
say, oh no. Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right.
Is the big plan at 1 hit point?
Maybe. And it's gonna be the end of your turn unless you were gonna move, right?
I mean, it can
Oh,
reach me wherever I'm at.
It's I say you're grappled right now, technically. So.
Am I? I thought I killed
Yeah.
that.
Oh no,
that
you killed
plant.
it. You killed it. That's right. You
Yeah.
killed it. That's right.
Yeah.
So you have your movement.
So wait, this one's dead?
Yeah, that one over in the corner is dead because of the necrotic damage that took from chomping on me.
From eating.
Nom nom.
So you soaked most of that damage from it, except for the bite, huh?
Yeah.
Damn. Lucky motherfucker.
So
And
yeah.
then, okay, so at the end of your turn, it's still around, so it is going to use its legendary action, Luke,
Yeah.
to attack the person that it senses with its tremor sense has been affected by its thing. So you get advantage. Oh my god! Thank God for advantage. Okay, 17 plus 11 is a 28.
Okay. And
that's
you
a
took into
crit.
account.
This is
the
it's
foresight.
attacking Brynn because she's paralyzed. It can
Oh.
sense that she's vulnerable.
Oh, evil
Um,
bastard.
And doot. That is, you're still raging because it hasn't gone back to your turn to shut off. So you take damage, which means this is a crit for 26, so halved to 13. So you take 13 damage.
Okay.
And it's its legendary action, so it can't reel with it. But then it goes from Kronos to its turn, which it will use its reel. And then oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Welp, Volsung is gonna try and grapple you because it's already got Brynn grappled, and it somehow can't bite Brynn when she's paralyzed with advantage on both of its rolls. It didn't get the natural 1, so
Well, that's good.
but it did get the
So
5,
it
which
didn't
makes it a
critically fail
16.
and bite itself.
Yeah, it got a
It's
16
like,
to bite you with advantage on the paralyzed person, which would have been 44 piercing damage, but no,
Jesus.
let's miss. let's miss that. Volsung
Yes.
that's a miss, and it's got 2 more attacks. It doesn't sense this because they hid. 18. Let's do that disadvantage. 11. Ooh, 11 plus 11. That is gonna hit. And do you have any spell slots at all, or like anything left over, or is it just because you can upcast? You can cast shield at 2nd level or 3rd level or whatever if you've got higher spell slots. I just want to make sure you're not casting shield before I roll damage.
I still have my armor going, right? My armor of Aglietta. That's an hour. It says that was
Okay,
the
but
second level.
it would have gone when it bit you because it did the first damage, which was 8, and then it bit you, which would have done more than 2 damage, and that damage would have carried over. So the armor of Agathis would be gone
Okay.
once
Then-
that damage is
All right, then yeah, I'll go ahead and cast shield at a second
second
level then.
Okay. So that attack misses, and that's its last tendril because the one's grappling Shae. And Shae, it's your turn. You are no longer paralyzed because it's a 1-round layer action effect. You're in its grasp, right in its face. You're grappled technically, which means you can still attack. It's just a disadvantage.
Did it move her?
Yeah, it reeled her.
Like to here?
Yep. Within biting distance. But it missed. So a 5 and a 1.
I don't know. Can you do your fire thing?
I was just
from
gonna say,
point
can I
blank
do
range?
fireball this close?
So for the purposes of this, since the way swallowing works, you have total cover on either side of the animal. So if you're on the inside, total cover from the outside, vice versa. If you want to shoot or throw the axe into its mouth and turn it into a fireball, I will let you do that.
Woohoo! Wait, I can still call it back though, right?
Yeah. It basically.
Okay,
So what
okay.
happens if that's what you choose to do?
That
what
is
happens
what I
is
choose
it's sort
to
of
do.
the battle scene that goes on, and this kaleidoscope of color shines. Volsung shooting his AK. Brynn goes limp as Dis sort of shoots the last of her blood arrow bow, and the tendril reaches out, grabs Brynn, and pulls it forward, and it goes to bite. But Brynn's waking up in that moment and sort of throws the axe in its mouth as the bite comes down to try and get her,
Nice.
and sort of bites down, swallows. And then you just see these the bulbous sort of vines on the inside expand, and fire like bursts out in like a sort of like a burning hands out of the cut that she cut in there before, and the embers of the radiant laser blast sort of ignite and turn into giant cherries and sort of all connect in this weird blue sort of lightning scar as the whole plant just begins to burn up and from the magical fire, and it being definitely dead because even if it makes it save, it's going to take 1 damage. So.
Yes! You
Begins to
fucking
burn away, and
bitch.
you can see the fire actually magically sort of engulfs it and kind of flash fires and begins to burn the vines away, and they sort of start to fall on the ground and burn to ash. It's the smell turns from that rancid corpse smell to almost like a like that smell you get at a barbecue with nice mesquite wood or pine wood or something like that, a nice wood burning, but
Like
it's
a smoker.
Hickory.
yeah, it's odd, but you can't quite pin it down what it is. But it's definitely got a sweet smell to it, similar to the pollen you smelt outside. It smells like good food. And then that will be the dying of the plant, and we can go ahead and call it there and pick up in the temple next session.
So I
since
do
it's
have a
already 9:30.
question.
Yeah,
Did I fall into the pool of blood?
we will get to that next session.
Fantastic!
So that's why you went, because I got it down to 1 hit point.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that literally happens all the time in my games. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'll be doing the math, and all of a sudden they got 1 fucking hit point every fucking time.
That's
That is
awesome.
And I can't help but fucking react to it because that's literally I don't. It's fucking crazy. It's mathematically
hilarious.
impossible. It's like when you roll 2 natural 20s on advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah.
Miss a bite. From
That's
prone.
funny as hell.
With advantage on a paralyzed person that would make it a fucking auto crit. It's like
No,
Such a
totally
waste,
just
such a
whipped
waste.
it. All right.
This
Well,
was awesome.
thank you everyone who hung out with us for this whole time. This was one hell of. I never thought I would spend an entire session just fighting plants.
yeah, plant boss
These
fight.
motherfuckers are a pain.
I got the feeling that for lunch tomorrow, Shae's going to be ordering the biggest salad she can find and attacking it with a steak
I want a
knife.
huge ass salad. I'm gonna destroy that fucker.
And then whatever you don't finish, put it in the broiler.
I just go outside and I set a salad on fire and people are like, what is wrong with her?
I do have a fire pit in the backyard. And we have some kindling.
This is true. Well, thank you very much for Luke and Sai joining us, and Woodrow, of course, being an awesome GM. We very much appreciate you all. Thank you, everybody who has been hanging out in the chat. And please, if you are not already, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And this was fun. We'll see what happens in a week.
Right?
I put in a ticket with D&D Beyond, so we're gonna hope that they actually tell me why none of my emails seem to have an account attached to them.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty odd, considering you set it up how long ago?
Yeah.
Exactly. And but I literally every single email that I tried, all of them are like, "Oh yeah, that doesn't work," and I'm like, "But how do you not work?"
And there's no, I forgot my email. There's
Yeah.
just,
No, there's contact for support,
Yeah.
and I
If,
contacted out of hours.
If you need any information from me, because it's tied to the campaign that I started on my profile, if that will help, let me know. I'll send you my stuff.
Okay, I think that it's good because I set on my username, and then when I tried to sign up with the same username, I couldn't. So.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so thanks everybody for hanging out with us, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Later.